All
right, guys, welcome back. You, Serene, shut up. All right, guys, welcome back to another live stream here. We have some of the players. We have one of the players absent. I'm not sure exactly where he is, but we got a majority of the players here today. So we got Big Ears, Boomer, and Serene joining us as usual. So last session, you guys went down to level 1, found the traitor. Cole got a cybernetic replacement, and you guys successfully installed it. Everyone but Jimmy took fear and failed from magic chest, but yeah. Siegfried played a bad prank on Cole and caused him to have a mental breakdown, basically. Siegfried and Cole now have 2 levels of mental issues, and I believe also Rossetti does now too.
I have 1.
Okay, 1. And then the players basically had a huge infight, and all players are on 0 wounds or in the negatives. And since it happened, since it happened right at the end of the session last time, there's going to be no healing at the start of the session, and possibly not till the end of the session.
I haven't healed myself since, I didn't heal myself at all last session. Could I heal myself?
No.
No? Damn it.
Sucks for you.
Hashtag medic problems, man. You never get to heal yourself.
Alright, so I need to... Where the hell is... Oh, Jimmy's all the way over there. Okay, so the players will start off where they ended last time, so basically you guys are in this room and having mental breakdowns, and you're like, oh my god! And Rossetti's sitting in the fucking corner after blasting Siegfried and trying to stab Cole or whatever. Take it away, players.
I'd like to point out, Siegfried stabbed someone. I'm just breaking down. Hashtag I did nothing wrong. I'm just sitting in the corner, just holding my head curled up, having major PTSD right now. Like, there ain't shit that I'm doing right now.
It's fine.
Like, I might be mumbling, but, other than that, mamma mia.
Okay, so radio silence has happened for, I don't know, we'll say a minimum of 40 minutes, and Jimmy finally comes down to level 1 to regroup with you guys, because he hasn't heard shit since you basically started the conflict. And he's gonna walk into that room and see Rossetti in the fucking corner having a mental breakdown, Cole unconscious on the floor.
No, Cole is praying the litany of purification over the box.
Oh, okay, so you're having a mental breakdown over the box. And, yes. And Siegfried's just in the corner looking all fucking depressed and looking at his feet and shit I can't believe that happened.
Didn't he pass out, actually?
I don't remember, so. Yeah,
he passed out or some shit.
Okay, well then he's in the corner passed out and then mumbling in his sleep. I can't believe I did that. Alright, Jimmy, you walk in and basically everyone's having a mental breakdown. And you see this box in the middle of the room.
What the literal shit did you guys do while I was fixing the ship? What? Rossetti, the fuck happened?
He doesn't even look up. He's just staring at the floor wide eyes, just I can fucking save him. I can do this. This isn't difficult.
Cole, what are you doing over that box? What's going on with that box?
Don't touch the box. Box is evil. I must purify it. And he's going to carry on saying the litany of purification from his inventory's primer.
Siegfried?
He's got the fucking booklet open.
Yeah, basically he pulled out his Imperial Primer book and he's reading off prayers from it.
If you want, I've actually got a primer if you want me to go fetch it.
Jimmy, what would you like to do? You see Cole hovering over this box trying to read shit. Rossetti's not responsive and Siegfried's unconscious in the corner. Would you like to see what has caused everyone to freak out, which your current guess would probably be that box?
Is there an option to destroy the box?
Yeah, sure there is.
Don't.
What would destroying the box entail?
What would you like to do with the box to destroy it?
Can we set it on fire or blow it up?
Send it outside the ship.
Sure you can.
Or can we just airlock it? But I feel like that's a bad idea too.
Where
Can't hurt if it's outside.
where have you found an airlock?
Bridge. There's like 4 of them on the bridge.
Wait.
I don't recall an airlock, but okay.
No, you said there was like some weird airlock thing, like next to the medical.
Oh yeah,
bay.
like a shipping airlock probably.
Yeah.
I
Why
think.
why don't you make me a logic test? And make it at like a -10, because walking in and seeing like your entire team having a mental breakdown and you're like, man, like I need to figure out what the hell happened.
No, you don't. Just this is one of the things you gotta drop, man. Like OOC, drop this shit. It's not worth it.
Would you like to fate point that? By the way, all players regenerate their fate points as per usual at the start of every session.
Alright, well, I'm just going to keep it at 0, so I'm going to fate point it, and, I'm going to change it to 1, then just 0 that out again. And -10 again.
Yep. Alright, you pass. You think that something happened with this fucking box because Cole's basically freaking out over the box and told you that the box is evil. Rossetti's not entirely responsive, and whatever the hell Cole saw basically just caused him to pass out. Siegfried passed out. My bad. So there's something seriously wrong with this box. You don't know what, but you know that there's something wrong with that box. Although while you do know it is the box that has caused the issue, you have no idea how. So you don't know if like touching the box causes it, or like looking at the box slowly causes insanity for some reason, or like you have to open the box. Maybe there was something in the box that they read or touched. You don't know, and it probably piques your curiosity.
Sorry, there isn't a litany of purification. I was just going to say the Emperor's Prayer.
Okay.
I've just looked through the book.
Can I try to snap out of my PTSD
upon
hearing Jimmy?
What were your PTSD effects?
Well,
I know one of yours was like frantic cleaning of your rifle or something.
No, he already had that. He decided to see dead comrades from the past.
Yeah.
Oh.
I changed it from, because originally I had constantly cleans guns, but that's what Rossetti does in his free time anyway. So I was like, can I just change it to PTSD to where I couldn't save like a very close friend or some shit?
And you're having a PTSD mental breakdown right now.
Yes. Could I try to break out?
You can roll based on you hearing Cole, you can roll a fellowship test to see if you can like will yourself like through your comrade like doing prayers and stuff out of it, but make it at like since you're having the breakdown, make it at like a -15.
Yeah, it helped.
No. I'm stuck in this breakdown.
All right, so you like you hear someone praying in the background, but like in the real battlefield, probably when your close friend died or something, you heard this anyway, and it didn't help then, and it's not helping now. You heard people in the background, like praying to the Lord Emperor to save their life, or to whatever, as people just get blown to bits and die everywhere, left, right.
Oh God, Spartan, you are only reinforcing my heresy.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that.
All right, so Rossetti is still having a mental breakdown in the corner. You hear him probably like mutter like Cole, but he's still like in the corner having a breakdown.
Can I like find like rope or chain to drag this thing like up to one of the escape pods? And do we have any explosives?
I'm pretty sure that at least one of the players has a frag grenade.
I think Siegfried used it.
Would one of you guys want to go check Siegfried's unconscious body to see what he has on him?
Yeah, I'll go do it.
And by that, I basically mean only Jimmy, since the other 2 players are having a mental breakdown.
Yeah,
Cole's actually going to stop his prayers for a sec, and he's going to check all those 4 guard corpses to take their primers off him as well. And
okay, you now have 5 primer books.
He's going to start ripping the Emperor's Prayer out of each one and plastering it onto the box.
How are you plastering it onto the box?
Blood, spittle, whatever you can find, you'll piss on it.
Okay. I would... Which of those methods would you like to use?
Blood, preferably.
Okay, your blood or like the blood of like someone near you?
Yeah, he's gonna use his own blood to do it.
How are you getting your own blood?
He's gonna get his bayonet. He's gonna cut his right arm. I think is the one he still has.
Blood for the blood god.
And he's gonna just like wipe the page in his blood, then stick it onto the box.
Are you cutting yourself vertically or horizontally on the wrist?
Horizontally. Over the not the wrist, like the top of his arm.
The top of his arm, like on your palm?
Yeah.
Okay, so you cut your palm with this bayonet. Roll me a 1d5 damage to inflict a wound on yourself, but it'll be at -3 with a minimum of 1 damage dealt. All right, so you do one damage to yourself.
Oh no, I'm on critical.
Yeah. So you now go into crit, and I'm pretty sure knife is impact, so I have to pull up the crit table again.
It's a rending weapon, I believe.
Oh, is it really rending? I thought spears were okay. A knife isn't necessarily considered.
Knife is a rending type. Yep.
Is it really? Okay, I need to pull up the crit table. 257.
I completely forgot about this.
Hey, I mean, you're kind of mentally insane, and
it fits my mental insanity. Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Define rending. Explosive.
I also gotta remember, flesh is weak. You gotta replace that shit.
This is also another reason that'll lead to the flesh is weak.
Okay.
You can't do this to a metal arm.
Rending on the arm. What crit level are you at?
-3.
Okay, the attacker shreds the target's arm into ribbons, causing the target to scream in pain. The target drops whatever was held in his hand and must make a successful challenging test or suffer blood loss. I'm basically just going to modify that and say that you cut yourself pretty severely in your insanity trying to like plaster Imperial primers onto this box. Make me a toughness test to avoid bleeding. And then obviously you're like freaking out as you do this. You're like as you like start cutting your fucking wrist.
I have no way of stopping him from doing this right now, do I?
No, you're across the room.
I mean, you could football tackle this guy right into the box.
He's not paying attention, so the only time Jimmy is like aware that Cole does this is like when he starts screaming as he's like cutting into his arm. Okay, you don't suffer from blood loss and start bleeding excessively, but you do suffer the 1 damage, and you're like screaming like and like shit as you like cut into your wrist and then like start smearing pages of primer and like in your blood and like smacking it on this box and hoping that it sticks. How many pages are you smacking onto this box?
4 for the 4 primers. He's not ripping his own primer.
Would you roll me a 1d4?
Oh god, no.
You could also take Rossetti's because he's not going to be able to stop you.
You managed to get enough blood out of you somehow and not cause yourself to die to coat these 4 pages enough to like smack it on this box before like your natural blood flow kind of like stops and like your colostoplasts or whatever the crap is in your blood that prevents clotting.
Yep.
Riboplastin or I don't remember. Whatever.
I'm just gonna let that go.
Jimmy,
I know what it is, but I'm just gonna let it go because that's hilarious.
Jimmy, you hear Cole screaming in the background, and you like turn around. I'm assuming to look at Cole using his bayonet to like start cutting into his arm, and he starts rubbing Imperial. Well, all you really know is paper, but you see him like ripping it out of books, and you see him like coating it in his blood, and then smacking it onto this like suitcase locker thing on the floor.
I don't think I'm going to be able to airlock this thing. You know what? They're all crazy at this point. I'm just hoping to destroy the box.
Okay.
I find a grenade on Siegfried's unconscious, almost dead body?
You find... Yes, you find 1 frag grenade.
I'm gonna take that frag grenade.
Okay,
that bitch had 2 frags?
You can add a frag grenade to your inventory. It weighs 0.5 kilograms.
God knows where he got those from.
We could have fucking solved that problem with these 4 fucking assholes. Without even firing a gun. Oh my god, Siegfried. Hashtag blame Siegfried.
Okay. So I'm gonna take the frag. I'm going to walk over to the box without looking in the box.
Okay.
I'm going to pull the pin on the grenade. I'm going to open it, throw the grenade in, push Cole back, close the lid, and hope for the best.
Would you make me a logic test?
Is this good? Is this?
And make it at like +10. I give you a +10 to this. You should probably get Cole out of there before you decide to try pulling the fucking grenade on the pin and blowing up the box with Cole right next to it.
Okay, I'm just gonna be like, all right, sorry, buddy. I'm just gonna grab him by like the scuff of his neck and just start pulling it back over by Rossetti.
Cole's
Okay.
not resisting.
Okay. All right, you drag Cole over by Rossetti.
Okay, I'll walk back over to the box.
Off my box, no.
Hey, Cole, shut the fuck up.
He just nods.
Wow, someone had a strict father as a child. Jesus. Shut up, Cole. Okay. Like, damn. Good boy.
Okay.
You're a trained dog, I can tell.
Alright. I'm gonna open the box
Okay.
without looking in the box. And pull the pin, throw it in, slam it shut, and run over by Cole and Rossetti.
If you ever touch Rossetti, he pushes you away. Just straight up.
Okay, so like you run into the corner where they are, or
Yeah. I run over by the door, like we're all kind of lined up, it looks like here.
okay.
Hopefully this is far enough away.
Grenade has 3 meters? Yeah, you're good. You're gonna shower blood and guts all over us. Fucking cunt.
Okay, so the
I'm just
grenade.
hoping this snaps you all out of it.
Oh yeah.
The
Let's hope it doesn't snap me into another murder frenzy.
grenade goes off, and this box kind of ruptures, like, because like if you've ever seen a grenade tossed in water, you know, like it's pretty, you know, such a dense
Yeah.
material that it kind of just makes like a big, you know, and it looks like someone took the largest fart of their life underwater.
Yeah.
So this box does like explode, but it doesn't like, you know, like fly all over, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like it's not like exploding. It kind of just like the pressure bursts all the corners off of the box, and like the box kind of like falls apart.
Oh, it does that fucking tin can thing where you drop it wrong and it just explodes kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't like go everywhere, it's just like bonk and it just like expands a lot and like a little bit leaks out.
Yeah. So the
That's
so this thing ruptures at the corners, and like whatever the contents inside basically just start going everywhere. So like there is like this pool, and I will have to freehand draw this of stuff. I will make a
Cole's gonna start screaming and try and back his way into that corner as much as he can. The spirit's loose! The spirit's loose!
That box explodes, and there is like this entire pool of blood and gore and stuff that like just flows onto the floor. Some of it hits the ceiling, and like body parts start flying around the room too, and like stuff like that. So I will say there is
God, if you just
there are 3 body parts that fly off in your direction. Would Jimmy, Cole, and then the one will just completely miss. So both Cole and Jimmy, make me a dodge test.
I'm gonna get smacked in the face by an arm.
Possibly.
God damn it.
-5. Yes!
Nat 1. Damn, son, you're like a ghost. You just
All right, so Cole, you were like prepared for this shit. Like you were like at the box, and like it explodes, and you just like curl up into a ball on the floor as small as you can, and like this remain of a foot just smacks into the wall and just collapses next to you. Jimmy, on the other hand, like was just looking at this box all proud, like, you know, like, I'm going to solve this problem. And it explodes. And then like a severed hand just like smacks him in the face. And there's like this gap in between his armor, like his like chest plate, his shirt, and like his, you know, like your actual skin.
Yeah.
And like this hand hits you in the face and falls like in between your shirt and your skin. And then like goes down your shirt, but the armor compresses the hand against you. So you have this like wet, bloody, decaying hand stuck in your shirt.
Damn, son, you're getting a handy, but it's all
Jimmy.
in the wrong places.
Jimmy.
Sorry, my
Don't
life.
feel up.
Jimmy, you are going to need to take a fear test at level 3, 2 for seeing all the contents of the box, and 1 for having a severed, rotting hand hit you in the face and then fall down your shirt.
This is what we're gonna say.
Where do I find fear tests?
It's a willpower.
You roll
Willpower.
yes. And then I need to pull up the fear table.
I can't roll for shit.
Damn, I did not write this down. What fucking page is
Just
fear on?
don't get what Rossetti got last time. Fear's like 239. I hope that's right. That was off the top of my head.
No, it's not.
It's not. Damn.
And someone's calling me, goddammit. I'm not picking up. Alright, to the index I go. Let's see. Fear. 8 points. Nope. Aha, here we go. 302 or 305. I'm going to make a
shit.
note of that on my paper. Okay, so you take a fear test at level 3, which is a minus. Well, for the purposes of mine, I do it by like the actual number, so it's a minus 30. So I think you rolled that wrong first off.
Yeah, I did.
That's fine. I basically add 3 degrees of failure, so you failed like horrifically.
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm not
well,
picking
both
up the
times.
fucking phone.
Damn, son. Just don't shoot us, please. Like, I don't care what happens to you. Just don't shoot us. We're not in a stable condition.
Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see. So you fail by like. I'm just gonna say like 9 degrees of failure or something like that. It's pretty.
Are you using the first one or the second
I'm using the first one.
one? Okay.
All right. So you fail by like 9 degrees, and
Are you using the correct book this time?
yes, I actually am pulling up the correct book. All right. So
Excellent.
so first off, you gain D3 madness, or is it just automatic 3? I forgot about this. Should really double check this stuff beforehand, but I wasn't expecting you to attempt blowing up the box.
I told your ass to fucking airlock that shit. This box is evil, man.
God, if Jimmy goes insane, we're dead.
Alright, well, first off, you have to roll a D100 plus 10 for every degree of failure, so you're going to have to roll a D100 plus 90, because you've got like 9 degrees of failure at like
If
minus
you roll
30.
an 80, I'm pretty sure you're dead.
Roll
You said that
D100
about
plus
when I said-
30
when I rolled 140, though.
Plus 90.
plus 90.
So basically pray that you roll really low. Forgot the dash.
If he rolls a 171, he might die. I think.
Oh, you are one off of like the worst thing possible. The character temporarily becomes hysterically blind or deaf. The effect lasts for 1d10 days, which all things basically I've just been making this real simple, and they all last 7 days, 1 week exactly. So you are temporarily blind or deaf. Which would you prefer? Or you can roll if you want to make it nice and random. One will be blind, two will be deaf.
Crying.
What's the one up from that?
The
Just asking if you take the one.
The character becomes completely traumatized and virtually unresponsive. He can't do any actions, blah, 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 but he may be led. The effect lasts for 1d10. Basically, you become brain dead for, like, a week.
You were warned. Don't open the box.
I'll go with deaf.
Okay, your character is deaf for the next week. Then you gain, I believe, I'm pretty sure it's 3. I'm having trouble finding it in the book. I know it's somewhere up here. But you're gonna
3
gain
points insanity.
Yeah, just put 3 points insanity in there. I'm pretty sure it's like D3 or just like a flat 3. Oh no, here we go. Roll a D5. I finally found it. Never mind.
D5
Roll
every
D5.
Yeah.
failure.
Where's the table
gain-
for fear?
You gain
Kind of curious.
the table for fear?
Yeah.
308. That's for the mental traumas, which is basically if you fail.
All right. I'm currently at 8 insanity.
I'm at 23. So you really haven't got much.
Good. Good.
All right. So
Cool.
there is a giant pool of blood organs, and Jimmy basically just like freezes in his place, pulls out this hand, and then he like passes out, and then gets back up in like 2 minutes. And then, but like for some reason, he's like, I can't hear anything. Oh my god! And he starts freaking out even more. So Rossetti and Cole, basically, you have Siegfried unconscious in the corner, Jimmy freaking out and like yelling that he can't hear anything, and Cole's curled up on the floor. Rossetti, you're looking at the floor.
I think the explosion might have shook him out of it.
Would you like to roll for it?
Sure. If there's no other way of snapping out of this.
You could probably snap out of it in a few hours, but if you're trying to snap out of it early, then yeah, you got to roll for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to snap out early. No.
Nope, you just keep seeing dead people from your past and like freaking out, looking at the ground.
I see my second brother, who died on a battlefield. Not the one that's on the ship, but the other one. He who hath no name. So yeah, I'm useless for another like a couple hours. Sorry, boys. Rossetti can't heal that hearing, even if he could.
All right, Cole. So you're basically the only semi-sane person alive currently.
Oh dear. Oh shit! How the fuck would you react to this situation?
As a mentally unstable person yourself.
As a mentally unstable person, he's gonna start shouting, "The spirit is loose! The spirit is loose!" And he's gonna run over to Jimmy and like force him down. And yeah, he's gonna start saying the Emperor's Prayer over him again because he's been possessed clearly by the spirit.
Oh my goodness.
Jimmy!
I can't hear you!
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, Paul's gonna run over and force him to the ground.
Okay. Cole, Jimmy, are you resisting? As Cole like runs at you and starts trying to force you to the ground as you're having a mental breakdown.
I'm gonna resist.
All right, make an opposed strength test.
Which is toughness, right?
No, you rolled strength.
Strength, sorry.
It's in the fucking name.
You're lucky this isn't Rossetti, or you would somehow manage to lose.
All right, Jimmy, you. Jimmy, you resist Cole. Like Cole runs up and he grabs onto you, but Cole is way more injured than you currently. And like you're just like, get off me! I can't hear anything. But what the hell are you doing? Get off me! And you like push him off of you as you're like still having a mental breakdown.
Paul's gonna try again.
You can make one more attempt at it.
Okay. Do my minus 5. Yeah, no.
Cole might. Nope.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
Okay, Jimmy, he like tries it again. You were ready this time, and you like You like clock him in the face this time, and like Cole just like rebels back. He's like, "Oh, my face! Oh God!" And you're like, "What? What did you say?" As you saw his mouth moving, but you couldn't hear anything.
I can't hear you.
Cole's gonna run to Rossetti and slap him.
Okay.
Wake up!
Okay. Rossetti, you get smacked in the face. Do you want to attempt to dodge the smack, or are you too unaware?
I don't think I'm in any state to actually react. So
Okay,
no.
so he smacks you in the face. What happens?
Rossetti just kind of like, he freezes for a moment, as if he's like in between worlds kind of thing. Like he's seeing things that he should not be seeing anymore. He looks at Cole, and all he sees in Cole is another comrade from the battle.
Oh God, no!
And then he just shoves him away. I've got to save him. Leave me alone. I can save him. And he goes back to trying to just save the ground. There's no one there for anybody else, but for him, his dying brother's there. He is helping that.
All right, cool. So Cole, Jimmy is. You could probably make an educated guess that somehow Jimmy got educated guess. An educated guess that Jimmy is deaf, and that Rossetti is somehow managing to have some type of mental breakdown, and he is like reliving the past. And then you're not, Siegfried's just unconscious.
Got knocked the fuck out.
He's just gonna look around like at Rossetti doing whatever the fuck it is he's doing to the floor. Jimmy just looking at him and just screaming at his death. Siegfried on the floor unconscious, and he's just like grab his hair and just like goes to the floor and just like just doesn't know what to do. He's mentally shutting down at this point.
Jimmy.
I don't think anybody's doing anything for a few hours.
Jimmy and Rossetti, would you both make me an awareness check?
A what?
An awareness check. Jimmy, you're not going to be able to do it. I meant Cole and Rossetti. I'm sorry, Jimmy, you can't do it because it's based on hearing. So, and you're deaf. So,
Nope.
Hang on, I'm gonna put -5 to this.
Why do you have -5?
yeah, why? Are you...
Because of my insanity, I'm at -5 to everything
Oh yeah.
Wow.
For a week.
for a week.
Papa.
Actually, no, till the end, till we get off the ship.
Would
I'm
either of
-5
you
till
like?
we get off the ship.
Would either of you like to fate point that?
I would like to fate point that.
Yeah, fucking Jesus. Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Okay, both of you are like having your mental breakdown, and you have no idea what is transpiring.
Oh fuck, I'm already down to fate.
That's it.
Did you shut the door, Jimmy, out of character? Did you shut the door when you came in?
He did not.
Please tell me you're not that fucking inconsiderate.
He did not, and he is now freaking out that he is deaf. So, yeah.
Swear to God.
Oh my lord, I think Cole's about to have a heart attack. Oh, I'm gonna fucking die.
All right. So, are you characters doing anything, or are you just like gonna spend some time basically having a mental breakdown?
I think we're all just freaking out. I think we're
Okay,
all
so
freaking
I'm gonna say that about 5 minutes passes. Cole and Rossetti, please make me one more final awareness check at +10.
Oh, thank Lord.
The gods have spoken. I'm not allowed to pass this fucking awareness test.
I did. Thank the Emperor.
Cole.
Yep.
You are like having your like mental, semi-major breakdown. Everyone else is basically way beyond you. Amazingly considering what happened. You hear something walking from that direction to the open bulkhead door.
Cole just like immediately freaks out and just runs for the door. He's gonna sprint.
Okay. You
He's
sprint.
gonna slam that door.
Okay, so you hit like the bulkhead shut button.
Yep.
Okay, you hit that button and the bulkhead starts closing.
He's then gonna like skitter back and point his now new las gun at the door until
Okay.
it closes.
The bulkhead.
So watching the gap.
Sasha?
The bulkhead closes.
So, we all got one off one of the dead guardsmen on the floor.
Actually,
Oh,
also,
okay.
by the way, just so you know, you sprinted straight through all that blood. Would you make me an acrobatics test to not slip on it?
Oh god, am I gonna fall in blood again? Acrobatics, did you say?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, you don't. All right, so you like run and then like ice skate. You like, have you ever like done that thing when you were a kid where like
Yeah.
you run on ice and then stop and you like skate across like a patch of ice?
Mhm.
So that's basically what you do with this pool of blood that takes up like a majority of the floor on this side. And you like ice skate your way across this pool of blood somehow and smack the close button and the bulkhead closes and then you back off.
He's gonna stand and watch the door.
About 2 minutes passes. You hear a
He's
knocking.
staring at that door.
You're hearing a knocking on that bulkhead door. You hear gung gung gung, and then like
Paul starts screaming.
like a real faint muffle.
Paul starts screaming.
Screaming what specifically?
Just screaming. Just ah!
Okay, so you just start having a freak out. Rossetti,
Yep.
are you responding to Cole freaking out, or basically is everyone in your nightmare already doing that?
I have to actually think about that because I haven't prepared. Like, what is this breakout? Give me a second. Probably on the battlefield. I don't think people would be screaming per se. So yes, he's gonna react to it because Rossetti's a medic, so he's probably used to like basic people like, "Oh God, I've lost my leg," kind of screaming. And if that doesn't sound like that, then that's probably gonna snap him. Like, what?
No, this is like very shrill. Like he is going completely insane at all these noises.
Yeah, so it's not the, "Oh my God, I've lost my leg, where's
No.
my leg?" Then yeah, he's gonna react to it.
Okay, how would you like to react?
I'm gonna look up. My hands are gonna be like in the kind of like if you've ever seen like surgery shows, how like they always have their hands in like some guy's chest and they like stop and look up at something. He's
Yep.
basically gonna do that, but he's not gonna have anything in his hands, obviously. He's just gonna look up and look around.
Okay. So you look up and look around. What is that? You stay in that corner though?
Yeah, I'm not moving unless I see something obviously clear that I need to react to.
Okay. After the knocking and you like start looking up, the bulkhead starts opening.
Paul starts sprinting.
To what?
He's gonna start like jamming that button to close the door.
Unfortunately, the door will only respond to the first command, so it just stays opening. And it like on screen it'll say like closing after Q finish.
Okay, he's gonna.
So basically,
push
it has to completely open before it then closes.
He's gonna push Jimmy back out the way, and he's gonna actually like drop to the prone to the floor and like roll, so his las gun is sticking out the door, and he's just gonna look what's there.
You see 2 feet.
He's gonna tell him to get the fuck
Make
back.
me an awareness check.
Oh shit.
At like plus 30 since you're like point blank. This is a child's foot, or feet, plural.
Oh my fucking lord.
This is not good. Rossetti is not
The door is about up to his pants now, like his waist level.
He's gonna start screaming and shouting to get back.
This kid, like in sheer shock, takes like a few steps back, and the door is about up to his chest now.
Cole is like, oh, I don't know. He's gonna like start raising with the door with his las gun aimed right at wherever saw the kid was.
Okay.
This is a walk,
Jimmy, what are you doing in this entire event? Cole like pushed you out of the way. You can't hear it, but you can see the door opening, and you can see Cole like yelling at some individual on the other side of the door.
I'm just kind of like, I'm just kind of over here, just kind of like still like rocking, but I'm like, okay, what's happening? I can't hear what is happening.
Would he feel vibrations?
Yeah, he could feel vibrations.
So he'd feel the door raising. So
I mean, he
Yeah.
could see the door raising too.
True. Yeah.
All right. Big ears. Are you going to attempt to like overpower your fear currently at the sight of something happening and one of your squad mates like actually doing something?
Yes.
Okay. Would you make me a willpower check?
Any modifiers?
No, base.
Nope.
Okay. Nope.
That's so close.
You're like, oh, I don't know, man. And you're still kind of like having like a panic attack at you spontaneously going deaf. Okay, this bulkhead, I'm just gonna, for simplicity's sake, bulkhead's open. Kadoosh.
Mhm.
There's a kid standing there. This kid is like in a pure state of shock as he looks in this room. And
If
there's
he's a
like
little sailor's outfit, I'm shooting him.
what?
He's one of those little sailor's outfits you see in cartoons, like little stripes. I'm gonna shoot him.
He just looks like a child that like
Oh, thank God.
you're not exactly sure. Like he's wearing kind of like civilian clothing, but like he has like imperial markings on it. So he's probably like one of the children that was born on the transport ship or like before when they were transporting to a different planet and whatnot. So he's just kind of like a recruit, you can probably say, like a child recruit being trained in the ways of Cadia.
Okay.
But he doesn't like, whatever. However, he does have a las pistol.
Is he pointing it at me?
No, he is not. He's like
Okay.
having a fucking heart attack right now. So this kid is like frozen in his spot as this door opens up. There's a dude screaming at him. There's another dude in the corner talking about dead bodies and whatever. There's another dude that's like fainted in the floor that isn't like completely covered in blood. And then there's like some dude like hugging himself and like having a mental breakdown talking about how he can't hear anything. Then there's 4 dead dudes in the background, a box that looks like it blew up, a pool of blood, and there's just like body parts scattered around the entire room. This kid basically instantly goes to like insanity 40 or some shit like that. Like, like he basically just like you see like he like starts wobbling in place and then like recovers and he just like stands there for a second and then he like he like raises the las gun
To me?
or the las pistol. I'm sorry.
Like, yeah, is he, like, raising it to shoot?
He like raises it and he's like pointing it at like all 4 of you.
Put it down!
This kid does not respond.
He's gonna like start like screaming in his face, drop it, drop it!
That
Like gesturing with the rifle.
proc Rossetti to immediately grab Sasha and stand and just point at whatever's going on. That is like that snapped Rossetti straight into like the camp's being raided. We need to start defending.
Okay.
Kind of mode. So Rossetti
You
grabs
point
Sasha and points it straight at the kid.
You point this gun at this kid. This kid looks at all 4 of you and then like looks back at the bodies again. And then all of a sudden you see this kid kind of like he turns like flower white basically. And then
Cole's gonna start. Okay, sorry, you carry on.
he turns flower white and about after like 10 seconds if no player does anything, he's going to fall to his knees.
No, Cole's gonna start advancing, like one hand reaching for the pistol and the other hand like keeping his las gun in his shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, is it gonna?
He's just
This-
advancing, trying to disarm him.
This
Rossetti shoots the child.
you shoot him like actually? Like
Rossetti
right
shoots the child.
like right now you shoot the child before he does anything?
Rossetti does not see a child. Rossetti is in a PTSD flashback. All he's seen in this flashback is his brother's injuries. He's seen a bunch of other people injuries. He's heard "get down." In his mind, he thinks the camp's being raided. He does not see children. He sees enemies of the Imperium. He shoots the child.
You take a shot. Narratively, though, I'm going to say that you miss, and you are trying to like shoot through Cole to hit this child because of the angle that you're at currently is like really bad.
That's fine.
And
He just shot me in the back.
And you like no, he didn't shoot you in the back. He like hit the wall or something. This child, you see him flinch at a las gun like shot coming his way, and Jimmy, you're not going to be able to hear this. Siegfried's obviously not going to be able to hear this. Cole, you're going to hear this like extremely well. Rossetti, I'm going to make you take an awareness check at +30 real quick.
All right. The only thing that's going to stop Rossetti from shooting this child is if he sees an Imperium soldier. +30?
+30.
There we go.
You snap out of it, and you take this shot, and like in your vision, like in your mental breakdown, you kill this guy, and you kind of like snap out of it for a second. Like how some PTSD survivors kind of go in and out of like being in war zones and whatnot. So that kind of happens to you. Like you take the shot, and within like your vision, like you did whatever you had to do successfully, and you like snap back to reality temporarily. And you
snap back to reality. Oh, there goes. I'm sorry.
I was just thinking the same thing.
You see Cole advancing on this kid that's like on his knees and looks pale as shit. Also, you're like openly aware that you just took a shot like kind of at Cole's back. Cole, you hear this kid, and you see him, like, I'm not going to make you make a test for this. You're, like, point blank, and this kid's, he's right in your face. This kid is looking at that body right there, the sergeant, and you hear this kid, and he mutters, I'm not going to let you take me like you took my father. And this kid puts the las gun under his chin and blows his brains out.
Oh, no.
Oh,
I could get more insanity for that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. How much insanity?
Rossetti and Cole, please roll me a... Oh, I don't know. How much is seeing an innocent child blow his brains out because you murdered his father worth?
Rossetti didn't give a shit about murdering his father.
I don't give a shit, but you...
Quite a bit.
You care about a kid, though. Like, there's a limit to your cruelty, and like, kind of like having a kid have a mental breakdown into committing suicide because he saw his father's dead body in a room that you were in, like, and like on top of it, your guys' reactions were like super aggressive. This kid basically had no flippant idea that this was kind of like a misunderstanding / accident / all Siegfried's fault.
Hashtag blame.
Hashtag all Siegfried's fault.
This should bother Cole a lot.
I will say it has to be a minimum of a D5, but it will be a minimum of 5 instantly. But I would prefer if the players would like to come up with their own.
I would say a D10 because watching a child kill himself. I mean, he's not that much younger than Cole. So this would bother Cole significantly.
Okay, Cole, you can roll a D10 for yourself with a minimum of 5. Rossetti.
Am I rolling too?
You couldn't hear what was said, but you did see it. I'll let you take like an instant 3 insanity, but I won't make you. I won't make you
3.
An instant 3, but I won't make you roll for anything because you didn't hear the comment. That comment is kind of what really like disturbs people.
I'm at insanity 32 now.
Was that a new insanity?
That is a new level. Yeah.
Okay. Whoops! I opened up a Word document.
I'm trying to think of how Rossetti would actually like react to this because he's old, he's seen a lot of shit, he's jaded.
Yes, but you got to remember that you've been on a battlefield. Yeah, you've been on a battlefield. You haven't been dealing with children per se.
I don't know. Chaos is pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, true. All right, Cole, I need to look up your.
I think what should be D20. I don't know.
I think to reflect Rossetti's like already like cold nature towards other people, he would take a D8, not a D10, because he's a little bit more like, I've seen a lot of people die kind of thing.
That's fine. What is your total insanity?
32.
32. So you you have to roll a plus 30 on the trauma modifier.
What's wrong with that? Roll 1d100.
Yeah, 1d100 plus 30. And then if you duplicate stuff, I'm gonna give you some other disorder. 66.
Execute order 66.
You compulsively perform something. All tests that are based on intelligence fellowships. Don't you already have that one?
No. That's the one Rossetti rolled last time, but he chose something different.
Yeah, I took the PTSD one.
So you have to compulsively do something, and all tests that are intelligence, fellowship, or perception suffer a -10 or 3d10 hours, or I'm just gonna say a day.
So -10 for nearly everything.
It's on page 308 if you want to double check it, or read it and whatnot. But it is -10 to intelligence, fellowship, and perception tests, and it lasts 24 hours. I'm just gonna go with that. And you have to start compulsively doing something.
Yeah, I'll think of something to do for that.
Since I'm now at 11 insanity, do I take any?
Yes, you will. Rossetti, are you rolled over into something else?
I hit 23.
Okay, so you will have to take a test at. Okay, there you go. You 78. The character is constantly fearful, seeing danger everywhere, and extremely jumpy. The character gains +10 bonus to all perception tests, but a -10 penalty to all willpower tests for the next 1d5 days, which, again, I'm just going to keep all these things rounded out to a week.
That's the one I had, and I've been forgetting to add that to my perception rolls.
Oh well.
Yep, oh well.
Yeah, my willpower tests have been pretty shitty anyway, so it's been, So
you suffer plus 10 to perception, minus 10 to willpower for a week.
I nearly have my first minor disorder.
All right, Jimmy, you will have to roll a 1d100 plus. This is your first level.
Yeah.
So what are you at? 11.
Yeah.
Plus 10. 103. The character suffers from temporary severe phobia. See disorders. This effect lasts 1d5 days, so it's a week. So for a week, you suffer some phobia, which is on 306.
306. Okay, 1 second. Let me get this thing open. What is it?
So you can have things. I'll let you kind of come up with a phobia if you want, as long as it's like within reason. So you have like fear of the dead. So like, you have fear of loathing of corpses and the dead. You can't stand to be around them for any lengthy period of time. You can have fear of insects, claustrophobia, stuff like that.
All right. Orders.
Fear of potatoes.
Within reason. It has to like somewhat relate to the circumstance. You can't be like, yeah, I'm afraid of like sunlight on a fucking spaceship, you know?
Hey man, sunlight's out to get you. Always trying to give you cancer and shit.
It's just trying to give you a tan.
Yeah, I don't do cancer. I'm good. I'll stain my face white.
You know what? I'll take the dead body one. That sounds like fun.
Okay, so you are now you have a phobia of dead bodies for the next 7 days. Every time, I'm just gonna hopefully I remember this, but every time you're around dead bodies, like within like 10 meters of it, you have to roll a willpower to stay in that area. And if you fail it, you have to make a full action to get away from the body.
Wow, that's kind of crippling because everywhere is like.
I know.
Like, I mean, that's really crippling because like this ship is loaded with bodies from like you can't go 5 steps without there being a dead body.
I know.
No offense on this one. Cole did cause this one. Cole no longer did nothing wrong.
Nah, hashtag Cole is a saint.
I'll say like 5 meters of a body. Maybe 10 is a little excessive. But you will have to take a willpower check though to like overcome your phobia.
Okay.
I'm not gonna make you take it at everybody though, because that'd be ridiculous. I'm not gonna like make you like roll like 4 willpower tests to walk in this room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I'm just gonna consider you auto passed for this room specifically.
Yeah.
So
you Nat wanted this room. Congrats.
All right, cool. So you guys are now even more insane. Okay. So this kid has blown his brains out and his corpse is on the floor, right in front of you, Cole.
Cole just like drops his gun and just collapses in shock, and he's just like reaching for the kid as if to try and help him, but there's like nothing he can do. So he's just like, again, like mentally shut down right now in his kneeling position.
Okay. Would you like to like search the kid?
No.
No. Okay.
He's not going to start searching the kid. He's like too like in shock at what he kind of caused, but at what he's just seen.
That's fine. Well, like you said, you were trying to reach for him to like try and help him. So like maybe you were like trying to pull like.
It's kind of like he's reaching for him, but at the same time he doesn't want to touch it and disturb it.
Right,
so
that's fine.
Like, his hands are in between.
Yeah, you're kind of doing that, like trying to reach for like a ghost figure kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're like kind of reaching at thin air, and you're like, as like you just witnessed this kid blow his brains out at like the sight of his father being murdered by your group, and the fact that you pointed a gun in a kid's face and like probably freaked them out, and probably convinced him that you guys were the ones that killed his family. Like you probably could have got out of this, like if you tried. Talking him down.
If Rossetti wasn't in PTSD, then yeah, that probably would have went different. But Rossetti would have acted that way upon any stranger walking in this room. I shit you not. Rossetti would have seen a fucking enemy no matter what.
So, yeah, there's a dead kid in front of you.
Rossetti's just gonna rub his face.
Jimmy, what would you like to do at the sight of this kid blowing his brains out? Keep in mind, you didn't hear the comment. You see Cole like reaching for ghosts, kind of. Like you could probably make an educated guess that this is like traumatized Cole currently. You're pretty shocked at seeing this kid like have his like blow his own brains out, but like you didn't hear the comments, so you didn't really know the context of it. And Rossetti's just in the corner rubbing his face.
I'm gonna make a quick logic check for my own purposes.
Yeah. God, I don't even know.
Okay,
I guess I'm just gonna start yelling. What the hell do you guys do?
Okay, Jimmy starts yelling, "What the hell did you guys do?" Rossetti and Cole.
Cole is completely blank at him. He's still just staring at this kid.
Okay,
Like,
Rossetti.
Cry a little bit. His eyes are starting to swell up.
All right.
Rossetti's gonna look over, not knowing that he can't hear him. He's like, I saw some shit. I did not see a kid there. Jesus fucking Christ. Fuck, the God Emperor has truly and he's just gonna walk towards the kid, and he's gonna do what's right, and he's just gonna drag the kid into the room next to his father, and just leave him next to his father.
Okay.
The entire time, he's gonna mutter about how the God Emperor has truly abandoned them. This has reinforced the fact that he just does not believe the God Emperor is looking out for them. There's only so much. Rossetti came to this fact. He was like, maybe the God Emperor doesn't care about us anymore. When he first, like, when his arm started first getting itchy. This is
I
only.
still can't hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, Rossetti, you are saying this out loud, correct?
Yeah.
Cole,
Rossetti is not even hiding the fact that he no longer believes in the God Emperor.
Cole,
Yep.
Considering you just tried plastering Imperial stuff all over that box, and you tend to be one of the most religious people in the group, how do you respond to hearing Rossetti after dragging this kid, which I'm assuming this would kind of like semi-snap you out of it, seeing this kid start being dragged away, and you hear Rossetti start mumbling to himself about like how the God Emperor isn't here and he doesn't exist and blah 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 blah.
He doesn't say anything, like he's not going to call them out on it, but he's just kind of like, he's still staring like in his head, he's like replaying the kid blowing his brains out, and he's seeing it, even though he's pulled the body away, he still sees it in his head, and he just knows that he caused it, so he's still just like, why did this happen?
Rossetti, as you were dragging the body across the room, by the way, not only is there a blood trail, which I will have to draw on the map, but there was something in his pocket that, like, when you grabbed him and started dragging his corpse, which I'm assuming you kind of did it by the legs since the legs were closer to you.
Yeah, I did it by the
something
legs.
fell out of his pocket, and there's like a note on the floor right there.
Fuck me. I pick it up. Like, Rossetti is resigned at this point. There is no jovial tone to his voice. He's just like, I have dragged way too many bodies for this to be O-fucking-K. Like, he's in that, like, shoulders are slouched. He's just come over some PTSD. He's just dragged a kid. He is fully, like, wage slave going home from work, dead inside kind of walk. And he picks up the note.
Okay, you now have a note.
I read it. Rossetti's read a lot of nasty shit, so he just needs to see if it's, like, important that he needs to put it with the kid's body or not.
It is just a kind of semi-generic note that notes like his days and stuff. It's kind of like a log that this kid started writing, and it's actually not like a single piece of paper. It's like multiple pieces of paper that were folded down and were like about the size of a standard sheet of paper. It has numbers actually written all over it, but no references to what the numbers mean. But if you keep reading, he talks about like
the numbers, Mason.
He talks.
What do they mean?
What about the white?
God damn it! Shut up. They talk about like him going through the ventilation system actually, and like finding specific routes and stuff. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I took this new route on Saturday, and I figured out a safe way to get to like the equipment room on storage level 4, and there was a whole bunch of canned food and stuff in there. Blah blah blah." And like eventually near the end, he notes that like he's returning back to his father to say that he found some innocent women and children on one of the other levels, and that he's gonna tell his father so that hopefully they can go get him and save their lives.
Yeah, his fucking father was a cunt anyways. At least the kid was helpful. Shit.
What do you do with the note?
I tuck it away in my pocket. It's helpful information. Like, Rossetti wants to put it with the kid, but it's like it's got information that he needs. It's like, well, shit, kid. I'm sorry, but at least you're helping someone. So he just like he folds it up and like stuffs it in his pocket. the pocket next to Wendy, so that's how you know it's important.
That's fine.
Zeddy's gonna rub his face again, and he's just gonna like, oh, shit, fuck, shit, fuck. He's gonna look at
Cole.
He's gonna see who is able to do anything.
Cole, you see Rossetti pick up a note, read it, and then start saying fuck, and stuff it in his pocket. And you're aware that this note came off this kid, like when he dragged the corpse over there. You clearly saw him pick it up and read it and stuff it in his pocket.
Yep.
Jimmy, you too. Although Jimmy, you can't hear shit about Cole freaking out. You see him saying something obviously, but you don't know what the hell he's saying.
Cole's gonna start wiping the blood, like the kid's blood off his face, and guess he's close enough for it to splatter.
It did not splatter on you.
Oh, didn't it? Oh, damn it!
No, he pointed it like when you point a gun under your chin, it basically goes straight up, or you point it on an angle, so it goes through more of the brain, and it
I was trying to think his compulsion would be like, he can't say he has to scrub the blood of the kid off him. He feels like it's on him. Sort of thing.
Okay. Well,
no.
you could do that, but there's no blood on you.
Okay, so
there's none of the kid's blood on you.
You see him start wipe his face. That's gonna be his compulsion there. He's gonna wipe his face and trying to get the blood off him. You see him freaking out the blood isn't going.
Okay.
And he just turns to Rossetti and asks why.
The fuck do you mean why? He looks at him.
Why?
And he begins to walk
Why did the
towards,
kid do that?
Jimmy.
What?
Rossetti's gonna try to start checking out.
Paul's gonna just stay out there, and again he's replaying what happened in his head. He's just seeing the blood spray, and he's still frozen in the corridor.
Rossetti's just gonna start checking out Jimmy to see if he can figure out why he's not being able to hear anything. He's gonna try to help. Busy mind, man. Busy mind.
What?
Stop screaming.
What?
Tap him on the face and just give him the put my finger over my mouth the shh, you're screaming kind of thing that your mother would do.
I just kind of okay.
I just start checking his ears again. See if I can't figure out what it is.
Use a diagnoser. I know you have one.
Yeah. Medicaid.
It's getting kind of like a Red Dwarf size scan. What do? Use a diagnoser.
20. Yep.
There's nothing wrong with his ears.
I just give him a tap on the face. Stop being a fucking idiot. And I stand.
What?
Jimmy, I'm going to say for narrative purposes, eventually you're going to have to stop saying what, because A, it's going to drive all of us insane, and B, you're eventually going to figure out, like somehow I've gone deaf, and saying what doesn't do anything.
True.
Actually, go ahead, just make me a logic test right now at plus 20, as he's giving you a doctor's, checkup.
Logic, go.
Yeah, congratulations, you're deaf.
Yeah, remember to pick up your medicine every Thursday. You're fucking deaf, so yeah, have fun with that, jackass.
Not gonna make this putt, yeah, jackass.
Rossetti's just gonna step back, and he's just gonna see who is fucking useful right now. He's gonna try to keep himself busy. Anybody useful?
The most useful person probably in the group is Jimmy, but you're going to have to somehow manage to communicate with him via hand signals.
I was about to ask, do I know sign language from being a medic? I probably dealt with mostly deaf people.
If you have background in it and you bought it as a linguistics.
Yeah, good. Yeah, no, I don't then.
So you probably know a very limited amount of hand signals, almost you can't fuck it up kind of things, put the finger in front of your mouth for shh, and a hand wave to follow me, real simple stuff like that.
But he's kind of basic hand signals for being part of the army, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but that's more military stuff, move out and
Yeah, but a medic would still be trained in that sort of thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. He would know that stuff,
right,
but he couldn't have a conversation with Jimmy.
Okay.
I checked the kid for a pencil. He's been writing with something.
Yeah, sure. You could find like a mechanical pencil.
I take the pencil. And then I go back to him. I pull out one of the kid's notes.
You know what? And on the side
up.
it says "World's Best Dad" on the pencil.
I ignore it.
Just for
You're really trying to guilt trip me here, but Rosetti's not the guy to guilt trip.
I
Oh,
just,
God, if Cole
just
had
like
seen
someone
that, he'd
else,
have another breakdown.
someone else grabs the pencil and they're just like, "Oh my God! Not only did we like cause the kid to kill himself, but we killed his #1 best dad."
You only have one dad. This is the Imperium. I'm
How
pretty
do you
sure
know
gay
that
people
this-
don't exist.
This guy could have had 2 dads for all you know.
I'm pretty sure that sergeant wasn't gay.
I,
Or he totally
I don't
would've
know.
been
Like
gay.
you didn't
He
talk
freaks
to you
for
didn't
the
talk
ass.
to him too much. You kind of just dragged the fucking box of floating dead body parts in a pool of
I
blood
didn't
in
know
there.
such thing. I went to get a burger.
I say
Big freak
the group as a whole did.
Nah, if I was here, that shit wouldn't have happened because I'm actually a good diplomat.
Oh, then
God.
I guess that makes it just show up on time for games.
I did show up. I went to go grab a burger, and I told everybody that.
Uh
I said I'd be right back. I'm getting a burger.
huh.
I am totally exempt from that one. All right.
And Cole wasn't even looking at the time because he was behind a barricade, so he couldn't have seen what was happening.
That was Siegfried. All Siegfried. He decided on the box of body stuff.
Okay, so you grab a pencil.
I take out one of the notes that has the least amount of writing on it.
You could also use your Imperial Primer. You could probably find a few blank pages in between chapters that you could rip out.
I'll do that then. It doesn't matter, whichever one works.
Okay,
I get a piece of paper I can write on.
You have a damaged primer and 10 pieces of paper.
I don't give a shit about the primer anyway. So I write on the paper basically what I need to get done. And I'm basically gonna tell them there's apparently women and children on X level in X area if we take X route. And I just basically write all that out. Basically what the kid knew about the women and children and the food.
Okay.
And then I hand him the piece of paper.
Jimmy, you get a piece of paper with writing on it.
Swear to God, if your ass can't read.
Plot twist, I'm illiterate. No.
I was about to say I summary execute Jimmy for incompetence. I become
I
the
should have
competent-
I kind of want to make Jimmy take a linguistics low gothic to read it, but I have the feeling if he fails, this is just gonna be you're gonna try executing him.
No, if he fails, I'm just literally gonna shove them all in this room, lock it down, and go off on my own. Because everybody's useless, and if Rossetti sits around doing nothing, he's just gonna tear himself apart.
Jimmy, you get this note with writing on it.
Yeah. Yeah, alright, let's go.
Okay, thank God you didn't scream that at me. I would have smacked you for it.
I assume it's probably still screaming as I'm still getting used to being deaf.
I smack you for it then. Every time you scream, I smack you for it, and then I write down, stop screaming. On the piece of paper that you're holding, sloppily, upside down, stop screaming.
I'm gonna read it and be like, I'm screaming!
I smack you again, and then I write down yes.
Cole, out of the corner, you see Rossetti smacking Jimmy in the face every time he starts screaming and they're having some kind of conversation.
That's gonna snap Cole out of his PTSD of this situation, and he's gonna come in and see what's happening. Last time people started smacking each other, we almost all killed each other. So
Correction, I almost killed all of you guys. To be fair. Correction,
So
I almost killed Siegfried.
Yeah.
So close.
Then Siegfried almost killed me.
You almost killed your leg.
Oh, my leg.
My
Actually, that's
leg!
the point. I'm missing a kneecap. What the fuck are we gonna do about that?
Hey, you haven't asked me to help you
Yeah,
out,
I'm not
man.
exactly convinced that you walked over there either.
Yeah,
You
no.
hobble. You hobbled.
Hobbled. Yeah. I just remembered I'm missing a kneecap.
Are you missing it, or did it just get
Well, it took a critical
dislocated?
effect that ripped it out, and then took a critical effect which shattered it. So I'd imagine it's
Oh, I thought it was just
Your
dislocated and then
your kneecap is
cracked.
hanging on a piece of spaghetti holding a
Hey, it's Mama Spaghetti.
know.
How'd you get a hold of Mama Spaghetti?
It's just been adrenaline that's been letting him run this entire time.
You're using your las gun as a crutch, basically.
Yeah, I can accept that. He's gonna ask Rossetti if there's anything he can do about the piece of bone hanging out of his leg.
Your leg's fucked, buddy. I can do something, but you ain't gonna walk normal.
What?
You ain't walking normal.
Why?
The stiffs give you a limp.
Just stick it back on.
Look at your fucking knee. I want you to stop for a fucking second.
I would have just loved if
asking me stupid shit and look at your fucking knee.
I would have just loved if he said, "Just stick it back on." You're like, "Sure," and just pull out like a medical staple gun.
I would have, but medkits don't come with medical staple guns.
Oh.
They
And
come
wait.
with sutures. I would have if I had a staple gun. Yeah.
Can't you just reattach it?
Oh yeah, you mean like how I can reattach a dead arm? Yeah, I can do the arm thing, but I'm not gonna reattach fucking shards. I can just. You want me to
What am
stick
I
a
gonna
fucking
do?
fragmentation grenade inside of you?
No.
All right then, I ain't gonna stick a bunch of bone shards back in you. I can
So-
throw glass in there too if you want.
So what am I gonna do?
I don't know. Get rid of the leg. Get a new one. Fuck it. You got a metal arm. We can. I don't know. Cut off douchebag over there's leg and put it on. I don't know.
There is a chain sword on the floor.
Yeah, that'd make two because I've got one as well.
Yeah, I pick it up and I'll rev it. I was like, I mean, we can do this. I've done it before.
As you still casually talk, you're like, "We could do this. Don't worry about it. It'll only
Pulse
sting a little."
I mean,
Full
you help me
speaker
carry. Fucking Jimmy over here can help me carry Siegfried's dumbass up back to the fucking bridge, and we can just lock it down, and I can do fucking surgery again.
You want me to what?
I write down on the paper. Might have you help me carry Siegfried's dumb fucking ass up to bridge. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Now, what do you want me to do about fucking bone shards?
I'd rather not have them back in my body.
Good boy. I see you pass basic medic training. You don't put broken things back in the body.
So what are we gonna do about my leg?
I mean, I can take the kneecap out, but you ain't gonna be walking. I can cut your leg off, but you ain't gonna be walking. I don't think the trader dude's gonna give us a cybernetic leg, because I ain't got shit to trade for that.
Only
You
the-
do have a new chain sword and like 3 las guns.
That didn't even register in Rossetti's mind.
Go ahead and roll me a logic then. As you start saying, like, "We don't have anything to trade." Okay, so you say that, and Rossetti is like, oh, no, wait, this is in reverse. I'm sorry. Cole, you're like freaking out about your leg, and Rossetti, you get out, you're like, "We don't have anything to trade," and you like look at the chain sword in your hand and like at the 3 dead bodies on the floor.
Well, I don't think we got enough to trade. I don't know. The trader guy's kind of a douche. I don't like him, but eh.
So what am I gonna do without a leg? I can't keep up without a leg. I can't
You want
fight.
We can walk back down to the trader and see if he's got a fucking leg. If not, I mean, I can maybe stitch on a dead guy's leg.
Is that even possible?
Sure, I don't see why not. I mean, the leg's gonna be a little bit weird to work with, because if we get a really dead guy's leg, then, I mean, some of the tissue's not gonna be perfect, but I mean, you'll be able to walk, limp, kinda, but I mean, I could put a gene stealer leg on you, that'd be stupid, but I could do it.
It begins.
What do you want me to do?
Let's try and find a new leg. I don't want to be left behind.
Sure, whatever, kid. Let's do fucking something.
I'd imagine my sprinting to close the doors also did not help what's left of my knee, so
Yeah,
that
no.
probably didn't help the issue.
The
Sprinted with
inside,
a shattered kneecap.
just out of
When
out
did
of
you do this?
out of reference, like when you did this sprint, all you heard was like as like
I
you're
didn't hear
shattering,
shit.
like the shattering remains of your kneecap, like just crunched together, and like by sheer power of will, getting to that door.
Okay, so that's effectively missing a leg now. Gotcha.
When the fuck did you sprint with this shattered fucking knee? When did this happen? Because the last thing I remember,
Creatures are trying to
your
get in.
ass was sitting down, and I was fixing your ass up, and then he stops as he like remembers exactly what happened after that when he went into his PTSD flashback. And
They
then
were
I
trying to
blanked
get
out
in.
of some shit.
They were trying to get in. He left the door open. He points at Jimmy.
At
What?
least he did.
I had to shut the door before they got in.
Before what got in? A fucking
I don't know.
kid?
Something was coming.
Oh shit. Let's fucking go see the trader.
Oh,
I'll
come
take
on,
the-
Spartan.
I take the piece of paper and I write down only the claw. I flick back over to Discord and all I see is only the claw knows.
Dude, Ed and Eddie memes, man.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh, the memes. It was perfect timing as to where what they're talking about when trying to patch up. But whatever. I got more memes. Don't worry.
I write on the piece of paper, defend Siegfried's dumbass. We're gonna go see the trader. Be back soon. Spaghetti
I
heart.
salute you.
Spaghetti heart. You write spaghetti heart on this piece of paper.
There's few little crosses at the
No.
bottom of the page as well.
No, I draw like a little heart made out of noodles, and I put like a meatball in the middle of it.
Okay, Jimmy, you're kind of creeped out about that.
I'm Italian.
I would
Whatever.
imagine.
I pack coal and
Rossetti's coming on to you in his Italian ways.
I don't do dude.
That's a marriage proposal in
I'll
Little
take-
Italy.
I'll take you out for my mama's spaghetti and meatballs.
Actually, the marriage proposal in Little Italy is you take a breadstick and you take 2 meatballs and you do some Freudian shit. I'm just saying, creation. Use the imagination there. There might be a ring involved. Anyway,
A cock ring. Ooh.
cock ring. Ew. I pat
Alright.
Cole on the back, and I start to walk out this door, head this way, and then I go down this hall, and I head towards the trader.
Are you helping
walk-
Cole at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also shut the door so that nobody can just like walk in there and fucking murk those 2 poor sods.
Okay, so you walk in, and that trader's actually not at his station.
I go up to the window and I actually like I hammer on the fucking window like I'm like bat bat bat.
Okay.
Kentucky Joe.
Nothing immediately happens.
Oh, Billy Bob. That was it. That's his name. Billy Bob. Cole's gonna call out to Billy Bob.
I should just put that as his name.
Little Kentucky, you in there? It's your friendly neighborhood Italian and his little fucking kid that follows him around. You know, the one that was in the corner with the bolt pistol?
You hear some rummaging through the hole in the glass, inside behind his makeshift.
Can I lean over just to make sure he's okay?
You lean over the counter. You don't see anything.
There are bugs about.
After about 5 minutes, he comes out. And he's
Oh,
like,
thank God.
"Sorry about that.
Hey, you got a robotic leg in there? Cause some fucking douchebag shot at us. And one of them put a chainsaw to my friend's leg here.
He looks at Cole at that comment.
I point to the knee so that he knows exactly which leg I'm talking about. Yeah.
That's his right leg. I'm just gonna go out to the door. Be right back.
Okay.
You got a fucking robotic leg in there, little Kentucky?
He looks at Cole. Cole doesn't exactly do anything at that comment. And then he looks back to you and he says, "Well, I probably do. What you got to trade for one? And this
Relax,
poor
I'm
bastard
gonna
over here, how
chainsaw.
come every time he comes back here, he always missing a damn limb?"
You know that Siegfried dude?
He nods.
Yeah, he's the biggest fuck up in the group. He does a lot of stupid shit, and we all suffer for it.
I hope that's not referring to me.
No, the Siegfried.
Okay.
He kind of goes like, I see. And he like rummages under the desk for a minute and pulls out like a book and like starts looking through it. And he's just like, I'll be back in a minute. And he like leaves. And he comes back. He says, I do happen to have one.
Is it at least decent quality?
He slaps it on the table. It is a robotic leg of the correct limb. And the problem with it is it's kind of got a few bullet holes in it. And like you look at this thing and there's like 5 autogun hits to it. He's like, I think it works, but I'm not entirely convinced that it's going to be quality.
You do realize you're asking me to trade for a leg that might not even work. You're also asking me, as the fucking medic, to cut a guy's leg off on faith? I have more faith in a dead body's leg.
He just shrugs his shoulder. He's like, you're the one that asked for the robotic leg. That's what I got. Now, I give you a good deal on it, but that's the best I can do.
So, best outcome, I put it on there. It's a shoddy ass leg and the guy just keeps falling over at the most crucial of times. Worst case scenario, I cut this guy's leg off. I put this leg on. It doesn't even work. I have to cut it back off and then, I don't know, stitch a fucking dead guy's leg on there.
Man, this fucking trader sucks. Alright, he thinks for a minute and then he just like shrugs his shoulder. He's like, I guess so.
I really want to say fuck you, but you're kind of our only lifeline, so
Although he
but,
does kind of
the
seem a
hate
little
fuck.
disgruntled, by the way, at the fact that you're willing to just like keep cutting this dude's legs off, essentially.
Oh, I feel sorry for him.
And at the comment that you're willing to cut off a dead guardsman body limb and try and sell that shit on him.
Paul's just kind of like hanging limp, like he's exhausted from having to get down here on a shattered leg, so he's not saying anything.
Don't give me that look, trader. Look, it's either I cut off his leg, or I leave him in a room and hope to God that no gene stealers come around the corner and fucking... And I, like, drag my thumb across my throat. Like, what do you want me to do? Take a chance and do something pretty grotesque, or do you want me to just fucking leave the kid? I ain't leaving the kid. He's kind of helpful.
He will point out that it is, not in the Imperial Primer to just desecrate the corpses of other fallen comrades and, blah,
yeah,
blah, blah.
fuck the primer, fuck the primer. I don't give a shit. We're all dying on this goddamn ship. Fuck it. Fuck the primer, fuck the goddamn emperor. I don't give a shit.
Okay, he definitely looks a little disgruntled at the, the hell with the emperor kind of comment. And he like reaches for the leg and he just pulls it back under the table. And he's just like, I see. So you don't trust the emperor to get us out of this situation.
Oh yeah, it's easy for you to say that being behind the fucking glass here. Yeah, don't worry, we'll just take our chances out here, fucking dying. Don't worry about it. Fucking asshole. I start dragging Cole off. Rossetti's not
He's like nearly unconscious from this. He's like barely keeping himself upright.
Cole, you see this guy like take the one limb that could go on you away. And then Rossetti's like talking about like fuck the emperor and fuck you, and like grabs you and tries dragging you away.
He's gonna go with him. Like he can't exactly like not lean on Rossetti because his leg is.
Oh, you're near a wall. You could lean on the wall.
He's just gonna go with Rossetti because like he's just too exhausted to argue, and he doesn't.
Okay.
It's just.
Unfucking believable.
He will, however, say before y'all go though, because I'm just such a nice guy, and he like walks off screen, comes back, and he passes you a crutch.
You want the fucking crutch, kid?
Yeah, he's gonna take the crutch. He's just gonna say, "May the Emperor bless you" to the trader.
The trader nods.
Just being like very thankful. Just expressing his thanks to the trader.
There you go, kid. You got a fucking stick of wood to help you. Now try walking a few steps so I can make sure your ass doesn't fucking fall over and fuck anything else up on your leg. Rossetti just sits there and watches him. He stops supporting him once he has a crutch.
Yeah, he's just gonna take a few steps around. Try not to slip in the blood.
Okay. Cole, you can move at half your normal distance. So, like, a half move is like, I think 1.5 meters for you. So round it up, it's 2, and then 6. You know, your full move is 6, so that's 3, and you know whatever, whatever else half rounded up.
All right, good job, kid. At least you know how to use a crutch. Some people can't even do that. Good job. Let's fucking go. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do with you. See ya, trader. I'll try to make sure this kid doesn't get fucking shot in the ass next, cause I ain't sewing on an ass.
Trader doesn't.
Cole's just gonna thank him again.
The trader doesn't quite respond to that. He does not know how to interpret you sewing the ass on to someone.
Ah, dear fucking god, I hate my job. Once we're like out into this hallway, like right here,
okay,
is that he's just gonna stop, light a cigarette, and just stand there for a moment to think.
Before he goes, Cole's gonna thank the trader and just say, "May the Emperor bless him" and such, and come back and follow Rossetti.
Okay.
Keep going, kid. I'm walking behind you. Rossetti's just smoking a low stick at this point.
And so he's gonna start heading back.
Okay.
Move my screen.
God damn it, now I gotta find a way to fucking stitch on a leg.
Alright,
Shit.
so they come back into the room, Jimmy, and they do not have a robotic leg.
I just kind of like throw my hands up, like, what happened?
I pull open my primer, I tear out another piece of paper, close the primer, turn the paper, and I start writing on it. And I hand it to him. It's like, trader tried to give us a shoddy leg to trade in. I wasn't gonna take the fucking chance of chopping off the kid's leg just to find out the leg doesn't work, so we just didn't make the fucking trade. I would rather stitch on a dead person's leg.
Jimmy, can you make me a tech use test?
Oh yeah, plus 10 for that combi tool too. Okay.
You think that there is a way to test the leg?
There's a way to test the leg.
I write onto the piece of paper. Yeah, I don't fucking know how to do that, so I just didn't make the fucking trade. I ain't trading 3 las guns and a chainsaw for a possibility.
2 las guns. Cole's using one of them.
And whatever.
Jimmy starts pointing at himself. I can see.
Can you? God damn it. He goes to talk to Jimmy, and then he yanks the paper back and he writes on it. It's like, can you? Are you fucking sure?
No. I read it. No, but it's worth a try.
God fucking damn it. Fuck this goddamn ship. I motion for him to get up and follow him.
Cole's gonna stay here and watch Siegfried. He's collapsed onto that box, like panting. He's exhausted from having to do that.
Rossetti heads back to the trader. With Jimmy now!
Just tell him Cole got outside and immediately got shot. I have to replace him.
Okay, so traders, Billy Bob is standing there. Oh, you're back.
Rossetti doesn't go near the trader, he just sits by the door and smokes.
I just go up and like, 1 robotic leg, please.
The trader kind of gives you a frown, and he's like, okay. And he pulls out the same robotic leg with like 4 autogun bullet holes in it, and like puts it on the table.
He thinks he can test it.
Oh, does he?
If it fucking works, I might get it. Or he will. I don't give a shit. I just do the medical work.
Should I roll a tech use?
Well, first you have to get it. It's on his side of the, glass.
What are we trading for it?
You have 2 las guns and a chainsword.
All right.
from the dead bodies and a las pistol from the dead kid.
I can't hear you. I go to the trader. I can't hear you.
The trader looks at
leg.
you. The trader looks at you like with a confused look on his face.
He's fucking deaf for some reason. I don't know why. It's not physical. It must be something to do with his fucking head. I don't know. Look, can we just test the fucking leg before we make a goddamn trade? That's really stupid if we trade it in, find out it doesn't work, and then have to ask if we can have the shit back.
You mentioned that, and the trader says, well, unfortunately, I'm not handing over none of my merchandise without something of equal value. Obviously, if it don't work, I'll trade it back. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a man of my word.
I don't know if you're a man of your word.
He gives you a disgruntled look, and he's like, says the man that made multiple fair trades with you already and gave you free equipment. I think out of all the people in this room, I'm the one here that's most trustworthy.
Yeah, I've also stitched a fucking arm onto a man, made him useful when other people would have just shot him in the fucking face. Yeah, whatever. I motioned for Cole to come over, and I slapped down a piece of paper, and I slapped down a pencil. Like, just fucking write them. I ain't dealing with this shit.
Unfortunately, Cole is not in this room.
Not
He
Cole,
meant Jimmy. I don't know why people keep swapping our two names.
Okay, Jimmy, there's a piece of paper and pencil on the counter in front of you.
Yeah.
Which is also in front of the trader.
I'll let them do
I'm
talk.
supposed to be doing what with this now?
You are trying to figure out how to test it. Once you get it in your possession.
Oh, I'll walk back over and I'll write down, like, the problem so that he knows, and then I walk back over to the wall and just start smoking again.
Okay. So, should I roll? Do I roll tech use to try to figure out what's wrong with it by looking at it, or?
You can, but it's gonna be at like minus 40.
Fuck it, I'll try it.
Amazingly, you're like, yeah, it could probably work from the looks of it. I'd still want to like physically get it to like test it, but it like right now I could probably say that it works to some degree. Like internally, you're not saying that externally.
Yeah. Rossetti, it would probably work.
Yeah, the last time you said that, you blew a fucking guy up.
Damn.
Hey, this...
Shots fired. Shots fired.
You can't hear me say that. That's the fun part about you being deaf. I can make shots at you. You won't know shit.
I know.
Abusing this disabled.
You know what? I still have heavy engine parts. Could I just give it to the trader and take the leg?
You offer him the engine parts. He looks at him and he's like, what else you got? Maybe I'll take it as part trade. But I have no use for these as of themselves.
Hey, you also don't have use for a broken fucking leg when you're stuck in that safe.
No.
He like writes that on a piece of paper and shows it to you.
Assume everything
he has his own notepad like on his side of the screen.
Alright, you just have everything back there, don't you? Thanks, you gonna tell me you got a nuclear bomb back there?
Do you say that and the trader has a smirk on his face?
I swear to God, if you have a fucking nuclear bomb
Rossetti,
back there.
give him one of the guns.
I'll write it down. Are you fucking serious? You want me to trade him for a shoddy leg?
Hey, we could test. I'll read it. Jimmy reads it. Let's say we get it, test the leg, doesn't work. We get the guns and the engine parts back.
I'll write down. If you really trust this fucking nobody.
The trader will look at both of you having this conversation and he says, "You know what? Just because both of you seem to be pretty you think I'm not trustworthy, I'll just let you have it without a trade right now, and if you can get it to work, then you give me the parts." And he like drops it in the box and pushes it to the other side.
Take it and I hand it to Jimmy. Like, good boy.
Yeah. Now, let's see if I can fix this.
Okay, tech use.
Tech use with a +10.
damn it.
You pull out a lasgun pack and like take 2 of the wires and like touch it to the lasgun pack, and the leg like starts spasming, but it is like making its normal contractions and like moving around, and you like just start touching all these wires to this lasgun pack, and you're like, yeah, no, this works. I mean, it's slow, and some of the servos are shot to shit, which, you know, I'd have to get like really specific replacement parts, but I could probably like patch some of the externals back up so it's not so easily, you know, there's not like gaping holes into the circuitry.
Okay. I'll push through the engine parts.
Okay, you push through the engine parts, and he like makes a waving motion with his hands, like, and
I toss him
Rossetti.
over one of the fucking las guns. I slap it in there. I was like, just fucking take the goddamn gun.
he grabs the lasgun, and he inspects it real quick, and he fires a shot into the ceiling. And he's like, all right, and he like puts it on a rack off to the side where you can see multiple other guns. And he says, all right, well, I hope that it works out for you and that young man, Cole, makes it, you know, a little bit farther before he, you know, needs a replacement spine or some shit.
Yeah, if he has to have a replacement spine, I'm shooting him in the face. I don't do spines. Too fucking complicated. I start to walk off.
Jimmy, you don't hear shit, and you see Rossetti just walk off.
I'm gonna grab the leg and go after him, and try to tap him on the shoulder and ask for a cigarette.
How many cigarettes do I have left? That determines if I give you a cigarette. Cigarettes are a commodity here. God damn it, you're lucky I have 4 left. Yeah, I give you one.
Cool.
If I had 2 left, I wouldn't have given you one.
Understood. I'm the same way.
I head back to the room.
Okay, Cole, they open up the door and they come in.
As you come in, you see Cole is leaning against the bulkhead just here, or the box rather, and he's got his las gun to the side of him, but he's got the bayonet in his hand, and you can see like long cuts on his shoulder, his still flesh shoulder, and like the blood's dribbling down it, and you can see some multiple similar scratches on the other shoulder where the metal was, but there's no blood, obviously.
What have you been doing, kid? We're about to
Yes.
go through another surgery. And you're gonna fuck yourself up more? I mean, I gotta give it to you. Now would be the time, because I'd have to fucking fix that shit before I woke you back up. But, like, come on, kid. Make my job harder here.
Puts his bayonet away. He's just gonna say to Rosette, like, the flesh is weak.
Oh, God, you're becoming an Adeptus Mechanicus. Just don't start getting all, like, tin canny on me. Well, I mean, any more than you're already gonna be. You know what I mean.
Just looks at his leg, like, just stares at it. No, like, no emotion. It's not like he's upset he's losing it. If anything, he looks a little happy that he's losing the weak flesh of his leg and replaced it with strong metal, like his arm.
Does Jimmy have the leg, or did he give that to Rossetti?
Nope, Jimmy is holding the leg.
I then go to take it from Jimmy.
Cole looks at the leg, and he's got like a little bit of a smile on his face.
Yeah, kid, we're heading up to the fucking bridge again.
He like quite energetically gets up the crutch.
Heading up there, we gotta carry fucking Siegfried's fat ass.
Cole's gonna move out here and just wait for them all until they're ready.
I give Jimmy the correct instructions. I don't even use a piece of paper. I just like to use basic hand signs, like point at him, lift, and then I start like making a walking motion, and I point up,
Okay.
lift, and we carry Siegfried to the bridge.
Leave Siegfried.
Okay. You carry Siegfried, I'm going to assume.
Yeah.
Alright, you go to the bridge.
Again, can't get away from this fucking place. Medical bay!
You take the elevator back up.
I swear, somebody on one of the other levels are just like ready, like, all right, we're gonna get this door open, and the next time the elevator goes by, we're just gonna fucking jetpack. I swear, we're gonna get jetpack going down.
Some cantankerous old man who's fed up with the noise. You goddamn kids!
Fuck the traitor.
Using the elevator like you damn well please. That ain't what it's for. Use the damn stairs, you fucking whippersnappers.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
knew there was stairs. So that we can promptly avoid them.
Yeah. Stairs are death.
Mm-hmm. Alright, upstairs we go. Time to do some, minor surgery.
Yeah.
It's not my body. I'm just saying, if you die from this, it's not my problem. Alright. I knocked the kid out. Well, I have Jimmy leave so that I can give the kid the basic, like, hey, we're about to do surgery. This is what's gonna happen. This is what you can expect from waking up. You've been through this shit before. Do you have any fucking questions?
Paul just nods, but he's gonna look at Jimmy. Yeah, he's making sure Jimmy's left the room first.
I shut the door. Like, I don't let Jimmy stay in here for this.
I can't hear anything anyways.
Oh, in hell, Cole's letting Jimmy in the same room with him when he's knocked out.
I actually, like, push Jimmy out. Even if he resists, I just, like, start shoving him towards the door. It's like, get the fuck out. This is my room now. I shut the door. I lock it to make sure, like, no one barges in, because that could be very bad during surgery. Don't scare the surgeon. And then I give this spiel, like, I'm about to do surgery, blah, 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 this blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
The flesh is weak, Rossetti. Make me strong. I don't want to hurt anymore.
What the fuck do you mean?
That he's going to lie down and just wait for it. Wait for him to be knocked unconscious.
The fuck do you mean make you strong? I can only give you a goddamn leg right now. What do you want me to do? Turn you into a pinwheel of arms or some shit?
Just make me strong. I'm fed up of being useless and getting hurt.
I mean, you're probably gonna get hurt no matter what this gene steal is about.
I don't want to die on this ship.
Tell you the truth, we're probably gonna die anyway. But I mean, I can probably increase the odds? I don't fucking know. What do you want me to do? Staple arms onto you?
I'll leave it up to you, Rossetti. I trust you. I don't trust the others.
That doesn't quite help me, kid. Well, what are you asking me to do here? You want like a gene stealer claw arm or some shit?
It makes me strong. And I won't be weak anymore. The iron of my new arm is superior to the weak flesh of my old.
I'm here to give you like a fourth arm or some shit. You want 4 arms? Because that's what the Mechanicus do. They just like staple arms onto each other and they're like, hey, you're stronger. I've seen a few of them. I talked to 1 or 2 of them after they've been shot or something. They're like, oh yeah, we just staple arms onto each other and give ourselves a little snaky box. And then we're just like, hey, we're stronger. I mean, I can give you other arms. That's what Mechanicus do, right?
Paul's not going to look a bit sure about that, but...
I mean, they got them little
Rossetti, would you make me a logic test?
Rossetti's just gonna go with whatever Cole says. If he says he wants like 4 arms, I'll give him 4 arms.
You remember that there's a bunch of dead gene stealers on this floor.
I do. I mean, like, kid, what are you asking me? I came up here to give you a new leg. Do you want more or something? All I know is Mechanicus have the weird, like, little snaky, like, bots with, like, the little, like, chain scalpels and shit. And I got the other ones that shoot bullets and lasers. I got one that, like, stabs things or some shit. And I got one that has, like, little eyebot thingies. What do you ask me to do here, kid?
Stab sounds good. They get close often.
You want stab? What's next? You gonna ask me to give you another arm that grips? I mean, there's plenty of resources I could do it. I don't think the others would enjoy it, but I mean, it's your body. If they shoot you for whatever I do to you, it's not my problem.
Paul just nods and just says, get it. Just please do it, and then he's just gonna wait to be knocked unconscious. He just wants to go to sleep from this nightmare for a bit.
All right. Well, what the fuck ever, kid. I ain't in a position to say no. I don't give a shit anymore. Stand here. I leave the room and I go retrieve the parts. But before I do, I write Jimmy a letter. I'm like, just go lay down in a bed somewhere, like lock the door, some shit. I don't care. Just like sleep because this is gonna take a few hours. And then I go off to get the arms and shit because he wants more arms. I'm not gonna say no.
Jimmy, not Jimmy. Siegfried isn't here to stop us this time.
Yeah, I cut off like some Gene Stealer arms. I carry them back.
Oh my fucking lord! Why is Siegfried in the
I'm
room?
gonna say Siegfried was dragged into the medical bay and is unconscious, since if Jimmy is taking a nap, he cannot guard Siegfried. And like
Yeah,
Siegfried
fair
is like flat out unconscious versus Jimmy, like, you know, being able to wake up if he hears noise.
Yeah, I'll make sure to like deafen and like blind Siegfried so he doesn't wake up and freak the fuck out about seeing me cutting on someone.
Okay, you're blinding Siegfried. How are you doing that?
I'll take some cloth off of like some clean cloth and like cover his eyes,
Okay.
and then
You put a blindfold on Siegfried.
yeah, and then I like stuff some shit in his ear so like if he wakes up he won't hear anything. He'll just think he's like bound and gagged or some shit.
Okay.
So at least if he wakes up,
Cole,
I can be
you
like,
know,
hey.
Cole, before Rossetti drugs you into oblivion, you see him basically like deafening and blind, like, you know, like putting. I'm just gonna say basically you just put like a sack over fucking Siegfried's head after you like stuff some cotton in his ears.
I even tie him up just to make sure, because he's attacked me once. He'll probably attack me again, so I'm just gonna like stop that. So I'm just
Okay,
gonna, like, tie his ass.
that too, and he ties him up.
Ain't
And
gonna fucking
and
ain't gonna
Cole's just
smack me in
staring
the
at the
face
ceiling.
again.
Cole, would you make me a logic test?
Oh shit! I never passed logic. Hang on.
The entire time Rossetti's doing this, is like, yeah, you ain't gonna fucking smack me in the face again, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, that's kind of reasonable.
Be a deaf cunt.
You you think that you just told him to give you more arms, and you see him tying up Siegfried's unconscious corpse.
If it helps, I walked away, brought like cut off arms in here, and then did that. So if that helps, any, I don't know if it does, but if that helps.
I mean,
after he
possibly. Cole's still not entirely convinced
You're
that.
not gonna do anything to Siegfried, are you?
Nah, this fucking asshole attacked me like, what, 20 minutes ago? I ain't gonna have him wake up and like attack me again in the middle of surgery.
This
What, are you fucking
is
crazy?
like 3 hours. Like, you guys have spent so much time having a mental breakdown and the trading and everything.
Yeah. You fucking
just-
saw it. I was laying on the ground, you were holding me down, he just kept attacking me. Like, what the fuck? I don't even know what happened. He just kept attacking me. So I'm not gonna have that chance come up when I'm doing surgery.
Cole just nods and just like lies back down, stares at the ceiling. He just wants to be asleep from his nightmare.
I then knock him out.
Yay!
Like,
With-
I fully knock his ass out.
Like
Straight out.
with a hammer.
No, like with
It just crushes his
we're
head.
gonna, yeah, just like, you know, smash his head.
Time
scoop out
you,
some of his
you like
brain.
you get real close to him. You're like, okay, Cole. Now I'm gonna put you to sleep, and it's not gonna hurt at all once I knock you out. He's like, oh, okay, and you're just like, all right, I'm gonna apply the knockout now. He's like, okay. He just whip out a hammer. He's like, what is it? Whack!
Like, I full force like Harley Quinn him. I just
Yeah.
pull out the mallet and just go whack.
All right, Cole is
Well, this is-
unconscious.
This is probably gonna kill me, but whatever.
And no, you did not knock him out with a hammer. Just all right. So you knock Cole out.
Yep. All right, time to do surgery and staple on some arms and shit. Since I've done this before, do I get bonuses other than like all the other bonuses I have?
For the leg,
Probably
yes.
quite good at Cole's biology at this point.
Also, keep in mind that you will have to get Jimmy in this room at some point to assist
Yeah.
you with attaching like the mechanical components.
I'll do that part last.
Attaching his leg or getting Jimmy in here?
The leg. I'll do the leg last.
Oh,
He wanted the extra body parts, so I'll just give him the extra body parts. That should be
Okay.
the simplest part.
All right. So Cole is unconscious. Narratively explain to me how you're going to go through this, and I will determine what the hell happens based on how you go about doing this.
Alright. So, first he stated that he wanted the new leg, but I know the other things he would have asked would have some questions come up. So, thinking in Rossetti's mind is like, well, if I do the other shit first, I can just say he asked me to do it first, and nothing can happen to me. Not my problem. So, I roll him onto his back, and I gently remove his clothes so that I don't, tear it or anything. And once his back is exposed, I'll do the little, the Gene Stealers, little stabby claw things on their back. I'll begin with that. I'll, make the, proper incisions. I'll, start connecting the nerves up, attaching the flesh, and, sewing it on there.
Okay, can you give me a Medicae at, minus 40?
Yeah, it's probably fair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go smoke. I'll be back.
Alright.
Yeah, you probably don't want to see what happens.
Just give me a little bit.
Weird
that's
shit
minus
is going
40.
on.
I got a plus 30 from all my shit.
I mean, I'm sure the tower would love this shit. But,
So I get a plus 30 from all my shit. Do I get any other bonuses from, being in a medical bay?
No, not with using Xenos flesh.
Well, mostly to stop him from dying.
It doesn't matter. You're trying to, attach Xenos flesh to a non-Xenos person.
Yeah.
Okay, you can make the proper incisions, and you can start making some good guesses at what, nerves need to go where to connect a Tyrannid Gene Stealer claw to his back.
Yeah.
The problem is that it's not going to be, the bone is not going to be connected at any kind of joint currently.
I'll figure that out.
So you basically just sew this arm onto him, and all it can really do is, flop about with no force at all, because it's not attached to a joint.
Actually. Before I fully, attach it, could I make a logic test to see where I could put it to where it would actually be effective?
You would,
Because I know his body. I know what the body can do because, I've been through years of, oh, I'll just do this. There you go, you're better. And I'll do this. And, hey, look, you can actually do something now. You're useful. Congratulations. So, I know his body because I've been inside of it before. Take that how you want. So,
I would say that to make that test, you would have to have, lore xenobiology.
I don't have that.
Don't attach useless arms.
Yeah, basically. So, I will let you take the logic test at, minus... let me put it this way. Take a logic test, and if you roll a nat 1, you could figure it out. Yeah, you can't figure that shit out. You're I have no idea how I could, somehow manage to merge these, xeno joints that are, completely different than ours to, his current joints. I could sew this thing on, and he could, flail it about like a loose spaghetti noodle, but, he couldn't put any force behind it because, if he did, it would just instantly rip off because the only thing holding it on is, sewed together tissue.
Right. I have a backup plan. Don't worry. Haha. So, seeing that I'm not going to be able to figure out how to, get it to actually function effectively, I just cut off the claw part. And then I attach it to his hands. So now he has, kind of Wolverine claws, but not claws.
Both of his hands or, one of his hands?
One of them, because one of them's, robotic, so I can't, really sew on anything to a robotic arm. I'll just, tie it on there.
Okay, so you're cutting off his hands.
I'm not cutting off his hand. I'm just attaching a claw to the top of it.
To the top of what specifically?
I guess I'm just tying it on there.
You're okay. So you get some string and you tie a D-handed Gene Stealer hand onto the
No,
top
the-
of.
Like the little claw thing on like the back arm things. Like I just cut off the flesh on that and I just like tie it on. Like, improved.
With string.
Yeah,
Okay.
good enough.
So he now has a arm sewn onto his back that has had the hand cut off, and then you used string to sew it onto his fucking forearm.
Yeah, so it's like a little exosuit. Like it's attached to him. But now it's
Okay.
like also tied to his arm, so like whenever he punches, it's kind of working with that. It's working. It's improved.
Okay, what else would you like to do to poor Cole here?
I know the Mechanicus can do it, so I'm assuming I could do it. Boomer sent me a message saying, "Cut the useless arm off, for God's sakes." I mean, if you want me to.
He can't say shit because he's unconscious.
I know. If he wakes up and he tells me to, I'll do it. But I mean, I'll put it on there. You told me to. So I'm attached.
Are you doing this twice or only once, by the way? Because he did say he wanted multiple arms.
I'll only do that once, but I am gonna attach 2 other arms, like the grippy arms.
Okay, to where specifically?
You know how the Mechanicus would like put it on like just like right below the other arm, or like on the shoulder
like,
blade.
Okay, so are you putting it like on the upper part of his shoulder blade, or are you putting it like under his armpit, a little further down on the kind of by the rib cage?
I'll do it a little bit below the armpit.
Okay,
I'll do one.
so you like cut open his side and like
Mhm.
figure out some way how to sew this shit on so that it doesn't like just instantly fall off under the weight. But again, you still can't connect any of the like joints to anything because there are no joints that are like in the rib cage vicinity.
I mean, I just like sawed it a little bit so that it works, so that he can move it.
Okay, yep, he can flail it about like a wet spaghetti noodle. You don't know,
He should
but
be able to. He should be able to like lift it up and like hold things. It's just like he's not gonna be able to like push anything. It's like, hey, you can hold things.
You don't know for sure.
He told me to do it.
Okay.
I do that twice,
All right, you do that twice.
and then I do the leg.
Okay, so how are you removing his leg?
I have a chainsaw.
Okay, so you rev a chainsword and just saw through his leg.
I'll do it the same way I did his arm.
Roll me a Medicaid test to do this without like killing Cole.
Yeah, if it kills Cole, it's his fault. He told me to do it.
You are not using a medical saw, and this is like a chain blade. So roll me a Medicaid at like -10.
I get a +10 because I'm a Karujin and all that whatnot because of the talent. The medkit, Alright, so at most I'm at a +20. Woo! Cause I'm a damn good medic!
All right, you managed to saw his leg off without causing severe blood loss.
Even if he did suffer blood loss, I have a suture kit. I do all the parts that I can do. I try to think to see if like there's anything else he'd want me to do or try.
Roll me a logic test.
I will do a logic test. Cause like I mean I'm not gonna wake the kid up and just have him tell me knock me back out and do X, X, and X. It's like
Okay, Boomer, was there anything specific that you think that he might take a guess that you would also want, based on everything that you've already told him?
Useful limbs?
Other than that,
no.
okay, the answer is no.
No.
Alright, are you calling Jimmy in to make sure that the mechanical parts are hooked up correctly?
yeah, but I'll cover up like what I've done so far.
Okay, how are you going to cover up all of the body?
He's got a shirt.
Okay,
and
you
some
put
pants.
a shirt over him.
And some pants.
And some pants. He's already wearing pants. Well,
No, I put Siegfried's pants on there. Like, I take Siegfried's off. He's wearing underwear. Gives a shit.
Okay, so you steal Siegfried's pants, and you
a
use
shirt.
it to put over Cole.
Yeah.
Okay, or you could have just used one of the medical like blankets in the room.
Oh, is there medical blankets? Then I'd use that.
This is a medical lab.
A lot of shit got taken from it, so I don't know exactly what's in here.
You could find a medical blanket.
I'll throw a medical blanket on him then.
Do you put Siegfried's pants and shirt back on?
Nah, just throw it at him.
Okay.
Throw it on his face.
You put a blanket over him. Now what?
I then go get Jimmy.
Okay, you wake Jimmy up and he comes in.
I have Jimmy do the mechanical parts.
Jimmy is going to take an awareness check.
No, he's not. Shut up. I'll shoot you in the face. Don't talk. Shh.
Doesn't matter, he doesn't notice.
Good.
Alright, then he will follow that up by a tech use test. At plus 10, I believe, because he has a toolkit.
Yeah, he has a combi tool.
Ooh. No, and he doesn't have the fate point. Alright, he does his best to get this thing riveted on. Properly. And he's just like, alright, that's the best I can do.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta go to the bathroom really bad. Give me like a minute or two.
Okay. I feel so bad for you, Boomer.
It's not going how I expected.
Cole, you poor bastard. I can't. It's just your poor character, man. Ever since you got introduced, it's just nothing but you fucking having body limbs and shit chopped off. And
It's Rosetti's idea to have these old limbs on.
no kidding.
I just thought it sounded awesome.
Yeah, but you're also, kind of agreed with it too. So
I kind of what?
agreed with it.
Oh no, I agree with it, yeah. It's hilarious, so, I don't care. As long as it's funny.
Oh, welcome back, big ears.
Wubba lubba dub dub.
Guess what you did?
You didn't see shit.
What did I do? Take a shit?
Fucked up my leg.
Not only did you not see shit, which you will be, if you went AFK, you'll figure out what it is when he gets revealed, but you also fucked up putting his leg on. And you don't have a fate point to re-roll it.
I'm back, and all I gotta say is he wanted it.
Alright, so
I'm not feeling the...
Jimmy basically rivets the leg on the best he can and gets it working somewhat, and he's just like, alright, this is the best I can do for right now in the circumstances. There's blood everywhere and shit. It's short circuit and stuff. It'll probably work. I won't know until he wakes up.
That doesn't look like it'll properly work. Are you certain that it's gonna work? Because I can just throw another leg on there. I really don't give a shit anymore.
Jimmy's kind of convinced. He's like, yeah, I probably will.
Oh god, I hope this isn't another one of those probablys.
Okay.
Everything here has been probablys.
You will be required to. Oh, by the way, Jimmy, just so you know, you see Siegfried in the corner of the room with his pants and shirt off. He's tied up and has a bag over his head.
Oh, and I've also thrown his shirt and his pants in his face, so it's draping off his head. I just look at Jimmy as he looks at the body you gonna say anything about it? Am I gonna have to come up with anything to say here? Or are you just gonna accept it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll with it.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
Okay.
I look down at Cole. I'm like, I might want to get an extra leg just to be safe. Yeah, I'm gonna go get an extra leg just to be safe. I'll walk off and I go cut off another leg just to be safe.
Oh, sweet fucking god.
Oh,
I'm already a flesh shaper.
Cut off a leg of who?
I don't give a shit. Anybody, whoever has the best looking leg. If it's a gene stealer, it's a gene stealer. I just don't give a shit.
Well, gene stealers are closer.
Gene stealer it is then.
Okay. You walk into this room holding a gene stealer leg. Jimmy, you see Rossetti holding a gene stealer leg.
Jimmy's not even surprised anymore.
Okay.
Someone's not surprised.
Jimmy's just gonna go. He's just gonna go sit against the wall. It's just gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it.
Jimmy has also given up on the God Emperor, apparently.
Yeah.
You guys are definitely going chaotic here.
Yeah, I told you we was gonna do it.
Cole's kind of given up as well, which is why he hasn't said anything when Rossetti was saying it before. I mean, watching a kid blow his brains out kind of ruins any faith you may have left.
Yeah. Rossetti had lost faith a session before, so.
Okay, so how are you going to attach this third leg
I ain't attaching a third leg. I'm gonna wait to see if this leg works, and if that leg doesn't work, I guess I'm taking it out and I'm putting a new one in.
Okay. You will have to wait a minimum of 8 hours before he gets back up.
That's fine. I don't give a shit.
Okay, 8 hours passes. Kaboom. Cole, you can become semi-conscious now.
I even smack him.
I hate this.
Yeah, you and me both, kid. Do they work? Cause I don't think I can make that work.
Cole's just gonna like look down at his leg and try and get the leg working.
It moves.
First stuff. It moves. No, like lag. Like.
Well, I mean, it has robotic lag anyway.
Okay.
It's poor. It's poor quality.
And he's gonna see if he can feel any new arms.
You like? Do you like sit up?
Is Jimmy's in the corner, right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting against the wall. I just
kind
don't
of
even
stare
give a
at Jimmy,
shit.
and he's not really gonna sit up if Jimmy's there. In fact, he's concerned Jimmy's there when he wakes up.
Kid, just fucking try to move the like 5 arms I put onto you.
Just kind of looks shocked at the number.
Well, it's not exactly. It's not actually 5. It's 3, but you know,
That's why he's gonna look at his hand as well and see the claw that's just been hold on with string attached to his hand.
Like, hey, I didn't know if it was gonna work, so I just tied it on to be safe. What do you want me to do? You wanted me to just leave it on dangling? I wasn't gonna leave it on dangling. I'm not sure if it's even gonna work because I couldn't find a socket to put it in.
Probably just gonna pull it off his hand. It looks a bit stupid, just held on by string. It probably wouldn't do much anyway.
I tried, kid.
Again,
you told me to do it.
He's gonna sit up and try and move the arms. Oh, let's see how well this goes.
I'm actually gonna like silently like sink a prayer to any god that'll answer. It's like, please just let this fucking work. Like any god, just let this fucking work. I don't even care who answers, just let it work. I don't care.
And then I guess the arms don't work. Oh, we lost Spartan again.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Also can see if the arms work.
He's gonna see if the arms work, and I'm gonna make a prayer to any god that'll answer. Like, I hope the fucking Christ this works. Any god, just any god. Doesn't care who answers. Just let this work.
Okay.
Just let the kid use the arms and.
Serene, instantly take 1 level of corruption.
Hell, I'll take more if you want. I don't give a
Shit.
Like,
it's just 1 level of corruption. Cole, you sit up. First off, do you sit up?
I don't know. He's still looking at Jimmy. He doesn't know to trust Jimmy or not.
You're fine, kid.
He's gonna sit up.
Even though I can't hear him, I just kind of notice he's just like hesitant with me, and I'm like, you realize I was fucking with you before, right?
He just shakes his head. He's gonna sit up. Let's see what monstrosity we've created.
I mean, I can cut them back off. All it is a bunch of stitches.
Yeah, probably would be best actually. Unless they start working, then I'll wait for GM input really.
I mean, I'll keep praying to any god that'll answer that they work, man.
So, do you sit up? Because you're not going to be able to figure these. Okay, you sit up and like you like look down. You have 2 arms attached under your armpits, kind of like maybe like if you put like a hand length between like the bottom of your arm, like under your armpit, and then like boom, there's another arm. So you have a Gene Stealer claw, or like not claw, but like a grabber arm. Sewn on to each side, your left and right, and then if you look over your shoulder, you have another arm sewn on to like your kind of left back shoulder blade, like where your trapezius is, and the arm has been chopped off of it, and then you have 2 like claw arms that are like basically attached by string.
I didn't chop the claw off the one that I sewed on. I chopped the one off the extra one I had.
Oh, okay. No, you said you chopped. No, you said you chopped the one off the one on his back.
You didn't say that, yeah.
Did I? I meant to say the one that I didn't attach. My bad.
Too bad, motherfucker.
Who gives a shit?
I know,
it's
right?
Not my arm.
So you have a decapitated arm, or not a decapitated, but a D-handed arm sewn onto your back, and like 2 claws, string attached to your forearm, and you try moving them. basically all of the arms that were like surgically sewn onto you, you can get to like move around a bit, but like they kind of just you don't quite get like feeling sensation out of it. Like you can basically kind of willfully get them to move if you like focus on it, but you don't really feel any sensation out of them because like all the nerves are incompatible and or like damaged, and they kind of just look like wet noodles.
He's gonna turn to face Rossetti.
You fucking asked me to. You want me to take them off? I can take them off.
He's gonna like.
I mean,
he's gonna nod
they're
his head.
moving. They're moving. I guess they'd work. Just saying. I did what you asked.
Cole.
In Rossetti's mind, he's gonna say, "Thank you, whatever God that fucking allowed that to even slightly work."
Cole.
Yeah.
You are going to instantly jump to your first malignancy.
Woohoo!
Hooray!
Can you just jump to a mutation? Cause Jesus.
I will have to look up the difference between corrupt like that and like malignancies, but
Malignancies are all bad. Mutations are like 50-50.
well,
Like,
first off, we're just gonna up you to 11 corruption first. So Cole, you're like congratulations, you're 11 corruption.
Ah, you lucky bastard.
I was gonna say I'm gonna make Rossetti jealous.
Yeah, you.
Actually, you know what?
lucky
Just to
bastard.
make this fun, roll me a d5.
Oh.
Roll the best possible thing and get a mutation, please. In which I will then ask, if we get a mutation, can we move?
Guess what? You're getting 5 corruption per like piece of Xeno that has been attached to you.
Oh no.
That's a lot of Xeno, kid. Let's hope you get a mutation.
So you get 15 corruption instantly, because I'm not gonna include the like wrist, like string mounted ones on your forearms because it's not like physically attached to you. And then I'm gonna give you an additional 5 to up you to 20 for general corruption for attaching Xeno's flesh to you.
Oh dear.
So you are like you jumped instantly up to 20 corruption because like attaching 3 Xeno body parts to you is like, you know. And you also have like straight up Xeno DNA in you now too. So like there's that.
Congratulations. I made you better.
Okay, so
I regret this.
I need to read up on okay, so
Malignancies are all bad, and if we're gonna do mutations, I suggest.
No, I know,
we
but
go
I need
to, Dark Heresy second edition.
I need to work out at what level you gain malignancies versus
It's
Every 10 corruption points.
A malignancy test. For every 10 corruption points a character gains, he must make a willpower test to see if corruption has manifested in the little The roll must be modified depending on the number of corruption points the character has already noted. Please note table 910.
Yeah.
Okay,
so he doesn't get a
look at
mutation
table
until he hits 30. So everything before 30 is a malignancy.
Right. So you have a +0 test for your corruption test.
Oh god, here we go.
But like I said, I'm basically going to instantly give you corruption for this one because it's not like gained over time. It's just like spontaneously for you. Doesn't matter. You failed that.
Yep.
Oh no, never mind. That was the D100. Okay, so you rolled a 70. Poor health. The character consistently suffers petty illnesses and phantom pains, and his wounds never seem to fully heal. The character's toughness is reduced 1d10.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the malignancies are really shitty, but the mutations are like golden.
You permanently reduce your toughness by 10. I mean by 7, I'm sorry.
Fuck it.
And then put the on your character sheet under who's this on? Cole. I don't have your character sheet up for some reason. Cole.
I just want the mutations.
Under on player sheet, I believe there's a spot for it. Yeah, under conditions, put poor health, and then put like in a bracket 7 or -7, -7T. There you go.
Where do I put that? Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. That works, I guess.
Okay.
I was gonna say you could put it under conditions, but I forgot that there's a spot in the Dark Heresy sheet for it. So cool. And then reduce your toughness by 7.
I'm actually surprised he didn't get distrustful, which is like 1 point higher, which makes him have a -10 to all fellowship when dealing with strangers.
What was that second thing you said, Spartan?
You reduce your toughness permanently by 7.
I have already done that, yeah.
Okay, well then that's it.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So, congratulations, you got your first malignancy. Now, on the other hand, Rossetti, roll me a d5 minus... But just roll me a d2. I don't know why does it make this so fucking complicated. Okay, you will gain 1 corruption for every limb that you even basically dealt with in this situation medically. So you deal 5 corruption.
Damn it. Guys, I'm at 8 corruption.
Now,
I just need 2 more and I hit a malignancy.
I know. Now you need to roll a d5 for like even like your entire guard training is to basically kill Xenos and demons and like all this other shit. You have basically just gone against everything you have been trained your entire life and like started going for heresy shit. So roll me a d5. Congratulations, you gained 5 corruption from like now basically throwing the God Emperor aside and deciding to start doing corruptive things.
Oh,
so
I
now,
haven't just thrown him to the side. Like, I've thrown him to the floor and pissed on. Like, yeah, fuck you, got it, bruh.
So now you basically... Now you are at your first level, so now you have to roll for a malignancy test.
Uh-huh.
Do I have to roll 2 malignancy tests? Because I have... It's 20 points I've got.
No, I'm just making you instantly take one.
Okay.
Ah, you're lucky.
Oh, Serene, oh, there he is.
Whoa, okay. Thank you, Discord.
Serene, come on, roll me your damn test.
My Discord just freaked out. What's the test? I didn't hear anything.
You need a malignancy test.
What's the test?
It is a willpower test.
Oh, it's just a willpower? Okay, sorry. My Skype, like, freaked out and just, like, kicked me out of Discord, reconnected me, and then reconnected me to this. I don't know why. I fail.
Roll me a D100.
Is that plus the degrees of failure or just a D100?
No, it's just a D100. It's 54. Irrational nausea. The character feels sick at the sight, sound, or smell of something otherwise the prayer book or holy items, fresh food, etc. When he encounters the object of this revulsion, he must make a toughness test or suffer a -10 penalty to all tests as long as he remains within its presence.
Good
So,
enough.
what would you like to have as your trigger for your nausea? Because I don't think that it just applies everything.
I wouldn't say. I'm trying to think of like things that are like common, but not like, oh, every time I walk around a corner, boom, I'm feeling sick.
You could do it like imperial. I kind of like the holy items idea. So you could say like anything that would like relate to praising the emperor, like a primer, for example.
Well, if that was the case, then like everything on the ship would do that, because everything's like darted with Aquila's, because Aquila is praising the emperor.
Yeah.
I think it means specifically like prayer books and such.
Yeah, kind of like more like holy-ish things.
Whatever the equivalent of like the Holy Cross thingy would be that's in like chapels, like you know how there's always like that little golden looking thing that's set on like the little chapel table in the front. What are those called?
Probably be an Aquila.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you could say that you get nauseous every time that you now see like human corpses.
Nah, which
would be ironic.
Nah, I'm just gonna go with like the primer books.
Okay.
Books,
I'm just gonna we're gonna say that you have nausea for any imperial Okay. For any imperial writing that praises the emperor. Which could include writing, things on the wall, statues, things like that.
Statues are gonna trigger that shit? Fuck.
Yeah, to be near it. Like if you see it like at 100 yards, it's not gonna matter. It's like within a presence range, which I'm gonna say is 5 meters, 5 feet, whatever the damn measurement is. Just put 5.
Look at my character sheet.
Okay, where?
It's in advancements under malignancies. Look what I wrote.
There you go. All right.
For the people who can't see, I wrote
No, they saw it on the stream because I pulled up a character sheet.
No, for
for
yeah. So what I wrote is irrational nausea, imperial writing that praises the false god within 5 feet/meters. Because he's a false god to me now.
Hooray!
Yay!
So you feel
Hashtag.
You feel a burning sensation from inside your pocket.
Is it the pocket that usually has my
Primer in it? Yes.
Yeah. I take it out, and I know which page that fucking praising the emperor one is on.
Actually, there's probably a few pages in there.
I would know where those are because soldiers have to look at that shit all the fucking time. I tear out the pieces of paper that I can, and then I throw that away. I'm just gonna straight up assume because I only have the primer in one pocket, and that's all that's in that pocket.
Okay, well, first you have to make me a toughness test.
Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna have to make that toughness test. I'm just saying, I'm throwing that shit away after retrieving the useful pieces of paper so that I can write to Jimmy.
You pass it. You can grab the pages if you want, but you don't you feel like that burning sensation, but it's after a while it just kind of goes away.
Yeah. I don't even care if they see. They see me rip out specific pieces of paper that are I can write on, and then I just throw everything else away. Just I don't give a shit about this. Fuck it.
God Emperor is dead. Projectedly at his arms.
You asked me to put them on there, kid. You want me to take them off? I can take them off. Maybe if we keep them on there for a while, they might come around and start working really well.
All right, so now that everyone has become corrupted.
Actually, kid, do me a favor. Can you get up and walk around a little bit? So I need to know if I need to rip that leg off and put a new one on there. And then I pat the Gene Stealer leg. Kid?
Cole.
Boomer.
I think he died. The corruption was just too much for him.
I'll suck the corruption out of his chest hole. I shoot him in the chest and I suck the corruption out.
In the meantime, would you like to make a Medicaid test on everyone?
Sure.
Yeah, sorry, I'm back. Had a phone call.
It's fine.
Oh.
He asked you to get up and test out the leg. Okay, you stand up. You can clearly stand up. You're a little wobbly at first, but you stand up.
Alright, so there's one.
Check that off the list. Have a little walkabout. Then walk back.
2. 3. Do I have to do one for Siegfried?
Yeah.
God.
You're not that, you might not like the guy, but, I'm kind of convinced that you don't want him to just die either.
He broke my nose.
I mean, if you don't want to, I'm not gonna force you to do it, but
I'll do it, but he gets the worst result.
all right, I'll roll with that if that you're willing to give him treatment, but it's not gonna be great.
Yeah, I give him the worst result out of those 4.
Paul's just gonna sprint across the corridor and back just to test his leg.
All right. What will Siegfried get back?
Oh, that's...
Keep in mind
He
that
gets
don't you get negatives for Cole and Siegfried because they are in negatives.
Oh,
Credits.
yeah, they do. Shit, my bad. What's Siegfried in?
-4.
-4. So I failed the test on him.
Well, we're
Because
gonna
I'm
we're
not
gonna
gonna
do this.
give him-
We're gonna do this the correct way. So just re-roll it. So for
Okay.
Siegfried, he's at -4. Go ahead and roll the Medicaid test.
Alright, so that's just a flat for me. God damn it, of course he gets a nat fucking 1.
All right. How many wounds does he get back?
That's 5 degrees, 9. He gets 9 wounds.
All right. He's up to
Fucking
positive
asshole.
+5. All right.
Fucking asshole.
We will do Jimmy next.
Jimmy, are you in crits?
I'm not in crits.
No? Okay, so you can have, the 66, I guess, because giving you a 32
You
feels
just
kinda
re-roll
cheap.
it. Just re-roll everything.
Oh, okay. So since you're not in crits, I get a +40 to that! Because I'm a really good fucking doctor. There you go.
How
So
many
that-
degrees is?
6. So 6 degrees +4, 7, 8, 9. You get 10 health back.
10 health back?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
You can
shit.
now do yourself.
Eh. God damn it, of course I get a really high number. 2 degrees, 6. I get 6 health back. Yay. Fucking Siegfried eating up my natural 1.
Would you like to heal Cole?
Yeah, I'm gonna heal fucking Cole.
Okay.
I owe it to him.
He is in crits too.
What's your crit level, Cole?
-3.
That's right, so you're lucky I get a +10. There you go. For 8, you get 8 health back. Congrats. I'm a damn good medic.
I'm at full
Damn.
health. That's all that matters.
Yeah, P.S. Fuck you, Siegfried. Taking the natural fucking 1. Fucking cunt.
All right.
Break my fucking nose and then you steal my nat 1 on the Medicaid test? Fuck you.
Cole-
God damn it.
He's being a daft cunt.
Cole walks around for a while and he is like, "Oh wow, like my leg works. Hooray!"
Is it good enough? Am I gonna have to knock it off?
The leg works. Not too sure about the arms.
Arms.
I'm just gonna
give-
try
the arms-
lifting his lance gun with the other arms.
Yeah, you can like hold an item with it and like get the hand to contract because all the joints in the hand are connected, but you can't lift the like Gene Stealer hand at all because there's no joint attaching it to like your rib cage or anything like that. So it has nothing. It has nothing to leverage.
Would you need the joints? Because it's got the muscles. He can move the muscles. He just can't, like, raise his arms. So
Have you ever seen a person with like a popped out shoulder moving their arm? It doesn't work that way. It needs.
I mean, that's because they're in pain.
It needs a joint.
I don't think it does. I think we can work with it.
Co-
Let the
com-
kid
coming
have his
coming
fun.
from the guy in a kinesiology major, you need a joint.
Nah, don't worry about it.
So congratulations, Cole. You now have a bunch of wet noodles sewn onto you.
Yeah, he's probably gonna ask
They can
them to
hold. They can
remove-
hold things, but that's about that.
Yeah, he's probably going to be removed. He's kind of hoping he could use them to attack.
Well, we'll find that out later. I'm actually going to end the session early today because I think this is a good place to end it. So
I mean, I was just gonna take the group to go find those fucking kids and children next. So
I know, but I want to make sure that Siegfried's here if we're gonna like start going on more adventures. And I think this is a pretty good place to end it anyway.
God damn it, Siegfried.
Ta-da!
I
Anyway,
mean, I have other ideas of getting those arms to work, but they require some rituals, which I don't know how to do. But we can improvise. We can improvise.
I will let you know since you have started dabbling in chaotic surgery. I will let you get the if you choose to buy it. What did I say that
Forbidden
was
lore
under?
heresy?
Yeah, forbidden lore, like heretical Medicae.
Which would just be heresy.
It wouldn't cover all heresy, but it would cover like trying to figure out how to do or Xeno. Yeah, I guess heretical. Heretical,
Medical
and then
heresy.
it will be.
You want to just call it medical heresy? Just to be simple about it?
Like that. You could buy that.
Yeah, I might do that, because, you know, I'm technically a flesh shaper at this point.
Yeah, with a Z, whatever.
So
Anyway,
is he gonna buy that now?
well, I
How
don't
much
know.
XP we get?
So like I said, I will end the session here. Any ending things that you want to do though before? I'm not gonna let you go on like any major adventures, but like anything.
I'm just curious if he saw how much XP we got and he can do the buy it now. Could we perhaps see how the rituals turn out?
No, not right now.
Oh.
You will have to.
I mean,
He will have to speak to me if he's gonna start doing rituals and stuff between sessions.
I mean, I did pray to a random god, which there are only 4 other gods. And it kind of happened, so I mean, I don't see why not.
that's fine. But like I said, so if players don't have anything they want to ask me,
No,
And,
that sounds good.
No.
Can we
Alright.
shoot more children? Because that's
I-
pushed us in the right direction.
I will give the players 50 XP for role playing and 25 for like doing stuff. None of the objectives were even remotely touched this game, so it's gonna be
None of
very
your
it's
objectives.
gonna
My
be very
objectives got touched.
it's gonna be very poor payout. So each character can get a whopping whole 75 XP.
I've got 200 to spend now. What to do? What to do?
I got 275. What to do? What to do?
Anyway, that will be it for this week. Catch you next time.
Catch you next time.